Well, here we are sitting on top of the Manhattan Bridge.
We're live on the Upper West Side tonight.
We're live in the East Village.
We are live in Cheektowaga tonight.
Mineola, Long Island.
In Columbus Circle, we are live at West Point.
Fort Lee.
In Elmwood Park.
Live in Colony East.
From Edison.
Queens.
The Bronx.
Brooklyn.
Harlem.
Weehawken.
Midtown.
Back to you.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Now you can't mess up the hair now, okay?
The violins made a triumphant return to the East Meadow Jewish Center.
Let's show you some video that was shot a short time ago.
The big question, of course, is how this fire started.
Los árboles fueron literalmente sacados de sus raíces.
They will be protesting in front of Trump Tower.
Is it a moment or is it a true movement?
Oh no, it's a true movement.
How is New York City connecting residents with dilapidated apartments?
They're attempting to escape and seek protection and asylum here in the United States.
So avoid this area if you can.
It's closed.
What?
What? The Lincoln Tunnel.
No, it's not. Serious? No, it's not. Seriously?
This is what toughness is. It's executing our offense.
To be named captain of this franchise, it's just an unbelievable honor.
And the Mets pull it out of the bottom of the ninth.
And the payoff. Driven deep to right center field. See ya! They've done it again! Mike Ford walks it off.
He drives, gets within one, and the foul.
I didn't want to be fearful in anything that I wanted to set out to do.
How about 1,600 West Point cadets running in Steven Siller's footsteps?
This will become the subway station closest to Ground Zero, and it's opening days before the 17th anniversary of 9/11.
Andrew K. Cates, John A. Katsimatidis, Robert Michael Colfers.
Oh my Lord.
You're a miracle.
Welcome to the 63rd Annual New York Emmy Awards. Here is the president of the New York chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences and correspondent for WABC TV's Eyewitness News, N.J. Burkett.
Good evening from Times Square. The city we love is the epicenter of a pandemic. The Golden Lady has a tear in her eye tonight. This was not the plan. We should be inside the Marriott, not out here on Broadway. After all, this is Emmy night in New York. But awards galas don't lend themselves to social distancing, and the crisis casts a shadow that is inescapable. We are living through some of the most difficult days in the modern history of New York. The pain and the suffering and the challenges we face are unprecedented. Many of you are working from home. Still others are not working at all. And there are those of you who are leaving home every day, risking your own health to tell the stories of your stricken city. Your work is vital and heroic. Yes, we are isolated, but we are all in this together. The New York Emmy Awards have been handed out every year since 1957, a 63-year tradition that endures. And so tonight, we offer you a virtual award show. The envelopes are sealed and ready to be opened. The good news for you is that this show will be half as long, but we encourage you to post your acceptance speeches in social media with our official hashtag, NYEmmys2020. We'll be watching them and sharing them. Congratulations to all our nominees and good luck. Now I'd like to introduce the senior correspondent for Pix 11 News, Academy trustee and chair of the awards committee, Marvin Scott.
Thank you, NJ. And good evening, everyone. Congratulations to all of our nominees. I'm coming to you from the western shore of the Hudson in Weehawken, New Jersey, with this magnificent backdrop just behind me. You know, while tonight we honor all of you, we also have to express our gratitude to the multitude of healthcare workers and the first responders who right now are on the front lines of this invisible war. I have to tell you, you all gave our judges quite a challenge this year. We had a total of 2,033 entries, and that resulted in 687 nominations in 137 categories, which means if we were the Marriott tonight, this show would probably go beyond midnight. Who does the judging? Well, we send out our entries to 13 of our 18 sister chapters across the country, including Chicago and Washington, D.C. The quality of this year's entries, the work was exemplary. Emmy standard, we call it, that this year we find ourselves with a number of ties. We have also created 4 categories that distinguish between English-speaking and Spanish entries. It was the opinion of our awards committee that we honor separate recipients in these categories because the work was just so extraordinary. So good luck to all of you, to all of our nominees. On with the show. Back to you, NJ.
Thanks, Marvin. Our first category, entertainment news. And the nominees are
2018 Backstage Year in Review, WABC TV. Live Fast, WPIX TV. Manilow on Broadway, WPIX TV. Murphy Brown Returns, WCBS TV. Short Selling Broadway, WNBC TV News.
And the Emmy goes to Short Selling Broadway, WNBC TV.
The idea is simple. Theatergoers place orders for tickets online, and scalpers accept their cash, but only then do they try to track down the seats for cheaper prices. Finally, speculators pocket the difference, sort of like short selling on the stock market.
And the next category, entertainment program feature segment. And the nominees are
Black Am, Messiah Ramkissoon, CUNY TV. Broadway Profiles with Tamsin Fidel, Network's Tony Goldwyn, Broadway Channel. Her Big Idea, Caroline's on Broadway, NYC Life. Looking back at 20 years of Joe's Pub, Spectrum News, New York One News. On the Scene with John Bathke, This Isn't Going to Be a Poem, News 12 New Jersey. Spotlight, Mickey Mouse at 90, Spectrum News, New York One News. The Deuce, recreating 1970s Times Square, CUNY TV. Woodstock 1969, What Was Original Festival Really Like? Syracuse.com.
And the Emmy goes to looking back at 20 years of Joe's Pub, Spectrum, New York One.
It was named after the Public Theater's founder, Joseph Papp, and was the idea of its then artistic director.
Joe's Pub started as a sort of gleam in George Wolfe's eye, and over the last 20 years, it has developed into one of the major pillars of the Public Theater.
In the category Entertainment Program Special, the nominees are
Appetite for Laughter, Feed Me TV, Newsday. At the Tonys with Imogene Lloyd Webber, John Gore Organization. Broadway Sandwich, Kinky Boots and Hamilton, All Arts. Front Row, Broadway.com. On Stage, 15 Years of Wicked, Spectrum News, New York One News. White Hot Spotlight, Billy Joel and the Greatest Arena Run of All Time, MSG Network.
And the Emmy goes to White Hot Spotlight, Billy Joel and the Greatest Arena Run of All Time, MSG Network.
That's not why I'm doing what I do. It has nothing to do with trying to knock anybody off or make a new record. It's fun to be able to play the Garden, no matter how many times you play it. It's one of those great gigs.
100 shows, he's earned everything he's getting. It's like watching a family member do something really good and you're proud of them. Nobody deserves this more than him.
Okay, in the category Feature News Report Light Feature, the nominees are
Baby Boom, News 12 Connecticut. Charlie and Dot, WROC TV. Crazy Cranford Cowboy, WNBC TV News. Grass Cutting Grandma loves her town more than you can imagine, NJ Advance Media.
Hombres Vanidosos, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
It's a Beautiful Mystery, WPIX TV.
And the Emmy goes to grass-cutting grandma loves her town more than you can imagine, NJ Advance Media.
Meet Judy San Severino, also known as
The crazy lady on 22.
only she's not crazy at all. Judy just loves her town. And this 70-year-old grandmother has found a way to show her love that's, shall we say, different?
In the category Feature News Report Light Series, the nominees are
Bravo Brooklyn, News 12 Brooklyn. Hidden New York, WPIX TV.
La Reina del Merengue, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41. Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Héroes sin capa, WNJU, Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Space Camp, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
All right, and the Emmy goes to Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Space Camp, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Cualquier asignación fuera del planeta, algo que no puede faltar es el trabajo en equipo, una característica primordial que define las misiones espaciales. Aprendimos sobre la fabricación y lanzamiento de cohetes y por primera vez se bautizó a uno de estos con el nombre de Telemundo.
Buenísimo. In the category Feature News Report Serious Feature, the nominees are
A Dream Deferred, The Struggle is Real, 13. Jenny's Fight, News 12 Westchester.
Odisea de un inmigrante, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Police Mental Health, On the Front Lines, WNBC TV News. Round 2, News 12 Connecticut.
And the Emmy goes to Round 2, News 12 Connecticut.
When life knocks you down, how do you respond? Do you give in or pull yourself back up? For professional boxer Cordell Booker, he fought back.
10 years since I've been arrested. I think it turned out to be one of the best things that happened to me.
Okay, in the category Feature News Report Serious Series, the nominees are
Hashtag Cold Case 13, WNYT.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Abandoned Child 14 years later, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
School of Pain, News 12 Westchester.
Sobreviviendo al Canal de la Mona, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
The Broken Blue Line, News 12 Brooklyn. The Tape Room, New Milford Murder, WNYW Fox 5.
Okay, and the Emmy goes to Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Abandoned Child 14 years later, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Recuerdo que estaba en la calle, que era oscuro, que hacía frío, que estaba sin zapatos y que me bajé del auto y él me dijo que vaya a tocar la puerta, que mi mamá estaba ahí.
All right, we're off to a great start here from Times Square. Let's send it over to Marvin Scott.
Thanks, NJ. In the category of historical cultural news, the nominees are
The Way It Is and When They See Us, How Race and Crime Frame New York City History, WPIX TV. Brave Bess, Remembering a Legend, WABC TV. Honor Flight, A Mission with Meaning, WIVB TV. Project Revival, News 12 Long Island. The Forgotten Camps, WNYW Fox 5. Underground Railroad Tour, News 12 Westchester.
We have a tie in this category. The first Emmy goes to Project Revival, News 12, Long Island.
To honor their memory, Herman made it his mission to restore violins that survived the Holocaust free of charge. The Kushner's trio of instruments arrived at his workshop, scarred by the war years. But Herman's talented and weathered hands brought them back to life.
And the second Emmy goes to The Forgotten Camps, WNYW Fox 5.
Charming cobblestone streets, bustling communities, endless greenery. A country so beautiful and vibrant was once cloaked in a blanket of darkness and despair. The first country to bear the brunt of the Nazi war machine.
Our next category is Historical Cultural Program Feature Segment. The nominees are
I Found a Roll of Undeveloped Film from 1964. BuzzFeed. LaToya Ruby Frazier, Artist and Advocate, 13. Native Dish, Senegalese Poissonyassa, NYC Life. Passport to Brunch, Feed Me TV, Newsday. Street Level, 7th Avenue, Spectrum News, New York 1 CD. What Happened to Utopia, Spectrum News, New York 1 Creative Services.
And the Emmy goes to Street Level, 7th Avenue, Spectrum News, New York 1.
7th Avenue is like an artery that runs through locations and landmarks rich with LGBTQ history. The part we're focusing on sits in the West Village. It's long been seen as an artistic, bohemian, and progressive area.
In the category of Historical Cultural Program Special, the nominees are
Black Enough, Maroon Horizon Media. Blueprint NYC, Greenwood Cemetery, NYC Life. Hidden History, The Decimation of the 15th Ward, WSYR-TV, Syracuse, New York. How Master Sushi Chef Keiji Nakazawa Built the Ultimate Sushi Team, Eater. One Night at the Stonewall, June 28, 1969, New York Daily News. The Subway Vigilante, WPIX-TV. Treasures of New York, The Jewish Museum, WLIW 21.
And the Emmy goes to The Subway Vigilante, WPIX-TV.
I was working that weekend when we heard about a shooting in the subway.
The shootings took place on a moving subway train in Lower Manhattan.
It really shocked the city.
4 men, 3 wielding sharpened screwdrivers, approached a lone man on a subway train demanding his money.
Turning to the category of religion news, the nominees are
CBS 6 investigates Inside the Satanic Temple, WRGB-TV. Latinos in Sunset Park Embracing Islam, Spectrum New York 1 Noticias. Sign of Faith, Spectrum News, New York 1 News. The Girl Who Died Twice, WTEN. The Roland Reverend, News 12 Long Island.
And the Emmy goes to, I get the envelope, The Girl Who Died Twice, WTEN.
Oh, it's no question. It's a miracle. No question in my mind.
This is a story about a girl who died twice. The men who saved her and the inexplicable moment that brought them all together.
I'll be forever grateful. You know, I'll never be able to repay what they did for me.
In the category of religion program features segment, the nominees are
Around Queens, the Night Before Eid, Queens Public Television. Dangers of Esotericism, WXTV Univision 41 News. Father Fabian Arias, CUNY TV. Malki Makes Movies, Hasidic Hollywood, Going In with Brian Vines, Brick TV. Street Level, Northern Boulevard, Spectrum News, New York 1 CD.
This Emmy goes to Street Level, Northern Boulevard, Spectrum News, New York 1.
They literally took their lives in their hands to be advocates for religious freedom.
That struggle really created this environment of peaceful coexistence that I think is part of the DNA of this town.
In the category of religion program special, the nominees are
Brightness of Noon, The Intersect of Faith, Immigration and Refugees, Part 2, Diva Communications, Inc. Current News, Notre Dame Special Good Friday Newscast, NET TV. Shima Jiu-Jitsu, It's What I Am, Newsday. Who is St. John Baptiste de La Salle, Manhattan College.
And this Emmy goes to Brightness of Noon, The Intersect of Faith, Integration, and Refugees, Part 2, Diva Communications, Inc.
I want you to know that we know your story, that every one of us here knows what it means and knows in our bones and knows from our own family's history what it means to be here, to be looking for a job, to feel unsafe, and to be grateful for refuge.
Congratulations to the winners. And now let me turn it over to my colleague, Emmy Award-winning reporter Virginia Huey at News 12 Long Island. Virginia?
Thanks so much, Marvin, and welcome to all of this year's Emmy nominees. I am joining you from the beautiful Oheka Castle in Huntington, one of the treasures of Long Island. And tonight, we are celebrating excellence in media. Never before has good storytelling and reporting mattered more. Whether you are working from home or in the field, your work in gathering and bringing critical information to the public is saving lives, and your reports about all the positive things that are happening during the pandemic is giving people much-needed hope. My hope for you is that you stay healthy and safe as you continue your stellar work in informing and empowering those who depend on us. And now I have the pleasure of presenting the nominees in several categories, beginning with the arts. For Arts News, the nominees are
Family Portrait, WNBC TV News. High School Alien Production Goes Viral, WPIX TV. Opera in the Park, Spectrum News, New York 1 News. The Mysterious Balloon Man of the West Village, WPIX TV. Unconventional Art, WPIX TV.
And the Emmy goes to Family Portrait, WNBC TV.
No one prouder than her dad.
It's every father's dream to see his children excel at what they do, and even more importantly, love what they do.
I'm really happy right now.
Being in a gallery at her age now, and wow, so very, very proud of her.
In the category Program Features segment, the nominees are
Art Around Metuchen, Amy Brooks, Metuchen Media. Carlos Acosta, CUNY TV. Character Study, Backstage at Frozen on Broadway with Casey Levy, Broadway.com. Freedom and the African Diaspora, BronxNet. Julia Bullock, History's Persistent Voice, 13. Rising Artist, Cougar Vigil, All Arts. Short Docs, James Verdi, Interview, CUNY TV. Sights and Sounds of the Louis Armstrong House Museum, New York Daily News.
And the Emmy goes to Sights and Sounds of Louis Armstrong House Museum, New York Daily News.
To me, that for posterity, that's the whole reason we have a house museum, the whole reason we have the research collections at Queens College. Armstrong, as unassuming and humble and down home as he was, knew what he had to endure, knew what he conquered, poverty, racism, you name it, to break down these barriers, to change the sound of music, and he wanted to be in control of his own story.
In the category Arts Program Special, the nominees are
A Mother's Right, The Black Iris Project. All Arts Docs, Slow Down, River to River, All Arts. Citizens of To Kill a Mockingbird, Broadway.com. Don't Define Me, Epic 10 Films. From Venezuela to Brooklyn, How This Photographer Started a New Life at 17 years old, BK Made, Brick TV. On Stage, Network, Spectrum News, New York 1 News.
And the Emmy goes to All Arts Docs, Slow Down, River to River, All Arts.
We have a sense of these rushed lives most of us live. The minute for me when I let myself take that moment, it's so incredibly rewarding. And how do we create an environment that rewards that as much as our productivity?
In the category Director Live or Recorded Live, the nominees are
Dan Barr, New York Mets, SNY. Joel Mandelbaum, New York Islanders, MSG Network. John Moore, Yankees, Yes Network. Larry Roth, New York Rangers, MSG Network.
And the Emmy goes to Dan Barr, New York Mets, SNY.
I cannot express my gratitude and appreciation for everything that this organization has done. I truly bleed orange and blue. This is my extended family. It's truly been an honor of a lifetime to take the field with you and serve as your captain. I love the game. I truly do.
In the category Director Non-Live Post-Produced, the nominees are
Jessica Kelly, Appetite for Laughter, Feed Me TV, Newsday. Don Casper, Don't Define Me, Epic 10 Films. David Marshall, Her Voice Carries, Blue Sky Project. Jeff Siegel, White Hot Spotlight, Billy Joel and the Greatest Arena Run of All Time, MSG Network.
And the Emmy goes to Don Casper, Don't Define Me, Epic 10 Films.
The first is I like to get your name down right, and I know you spell Xena with a Z.
That's right.
And Chambers is just like how it sounds.
Yes. I became infected in '85. 33 years. Just the day my son was born.
In the category Director Short Form, Promos, PSAs, Commercials, and Opens, the nominees are
Matthew White, Recycle Me, Don't Throw Me in the Trash, Fourth Coast Productions. Cristian Suarez, Breaking News, WNJU Telemundo 47. Dan Spakowski, New York Jets. Adam Verity, Christine Cortez, Andrea Mariquin, Liam Pettit, Pete Carroll. Directing a New Yorker Story, Spectrum News New York 1. Mac Primo, Invisible Dog, Season 10, Mac Primo, Inc.
And the Emmy goes to Mac Primo, Invisible Dog, Season 10, Mac Primo, Inc.
The number present everywhere in my life, the 7. But what the did you do with the dash? Now I know. The 9 ate it.
Well, actually, the joke is why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Record!
And now I'm sending it off to Emmy Award-winning weekend anchor for WCBS, Jessica Moore.
Thanks, Virginia. It's an honor to be here with you tonight, and though I wish it was under better circumstances, we're going to do everything in our power to make tonight as special as it can possibly be. You know, right now a lot of us are just trying to survive, but tonight we want to take a moment and honor some of our colleagues who really thrived over the past year. In the category of Writer Program, the nominees are
Matt Mulcahy, Heidi Allen Files, WSTM TV. Jeff Siegel, White Hot Spotlight. Billy Joel and the Greatest Arena Run of All Time, MSG Network. Brian Fry, Main Street Rising, WSKG. Brian Fry, Old Bones, The Story of Exterminator, WSKG. Todd Ehrlich, Tunnel to Towers, WCBS TV.
And the Emmy goes to Matt Mulcahy, Heidi Allen Files, WSTM TV.
From our war room here, over the next hour, we'll learn more about the real Heidi and how two brothers became suspects, one convicted, the other set free. We'll also share insight into a renewed investigation in 2014, and we'll reveal never-before-released information.
In the next category, Writer Short Form, the nominees are
Adriana Dufay, Invisible Dog, Season 10, Mac Primo, Inc. Jack Radutsky, Dan Spakowski, New York Jets.
Freddy León, Noticiero 47 Telemundo, News Promos, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Dana McBride, The Great American Read, Contest Spots, WNET 13.
In this category, we have a tie. The first Emmy goes to Jack Radutsky and Dan Spakowski, New York Jets.
253 days from the last whistle to this season's first. Our DNA has changed. New leaders, new colors, and a new attitude.
And our second Emmy goes to Adriana Dufay, Invisible Dogs, Season 10, Mac Primo.
I had to learn that the ground floor is actually the first floor, and the first floor is the second floor. But in this building, there are 3 floors. So I had to learn how to stick my tongue between my teeth. Well, my teeth to say third floor.
In the category of Writer News, the nominees are
John Chandler, News Writer Composite, WNBC TV News. John Gray, Writing News, WTEN. Tara Rosenblum, Scott McGee, Writer News, News 12 Westchester. Walt Kane, Writing Composite, News 12 New Jersey.
And the Emmy goes to Tara Rosenblum, Scott McGee, Writer News for News 12 Westchester.
I said, that is my face, right there.
Donna Marie and her husband immediately reached out to us through what else but Facebook.
Incredibly, on the very same day her biological father put a ring on it.
They got engaged on the day I found them. How does that happen? So there are so many things, but I just feel like, wow.
In the category Environment News, the nominees are
Coastline Resilience, WRNN TV. Dam Dangers, News 12 Westchester. Littered Landscape, WCBS TV.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Respiro Mortal. WNJU Telemundo 47. Plástico, Veneno. WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
The Fight Against Battsburg, WCBS TV.
And the Emmy goes to Littered Landscape, WCBS TV.
A conspicuous chunk of trash left for months, steps from a sponsor a highway sign. In September, we marked it. 9/20/18. And returned 4 months later.
This is what we saw back in September.
And began color tagging 15 miles of service roadway between Jericho and North Hills.
In the category Environment Program Feature segment, the nominees are
Back from the Brink, American Bald Eagles' remarkable comeback in New Jersey. NJ Advance Media. Go Green, News 12 Long Island.
Plomo en el agua de los parques.
Lead in the water.
WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Urban Green, Aquaponics, NYC Life. Urban Green, the renaissance of beekeeping in New York City. NYC Life.
And the Emmy goes to Go Green, News 12 Long Island.
The statistics are staggering. We've got a plastic problem. The plastics that we enjoy using in everything from our water bottles to our toys to bleach bottles and buckets is ending up here in our ocean. Each year, the estimate is that it's 18 billion pounds of plastic waste that ends up in our oceans.
In the category Crime News, the nominees are
A Daughter's Dilemma, WABC TV. Best Friends Battle, WNBC TV News. Roof Mom, WPIX TV. The Tape Room, Jamal Molly Gaines, WNYW Fox 5. Tracking Down a Hit-and-Run Driver, Rogue Reverend, Predatory Tower, WABC TV.
And the Emmy goes to The Tape Room, Jamal Mally Gaines, WNYW Fox 5.
He was actually laying there in a puddle of his own blood at that point. Literally holding him and screaming his name as he's taking his last breaths. That's the last I got of it.
The Union County Prosecutor's Office releasing this video of the 2 suspects running off into the alley.
In the category Crime, Program Feature, Segment Special, the nominees are
An Innocent Man, Newsday. Crime That Pays, Laura's Story, News 12 Westchester. Justice for Junior, Terror of the Trinitarios, News 12 The Bronx. Mom of teen twins killed by their dad tries to cope without them, CBS Interactive. Murder at the Met, Who Killed Violinist During Intermission, CBS Interactive. The Tape Room with Dan Bowens, WNYW Fox 5.
And we have another tie in this category. Our first Emmy goes to Mom of teen twins killed by their dad tries to cope without them, CBS Interactive.
And there was not even like a second for him to say that he was going to shoot me. It just happened within, like that. He just shot me. That's when I realized my girls are gone.
And our other Emmy goes to Crime That Pays, Laura's Story, News 12 Westchester.
Where are you?
Oh my God!
That voice you hear gasping for air? Yes, it belongs to Laura Panic.
I never in a million years dreamed that he would do something like this to me.
A big congratulations to all our winners. And now we'll toss it to News 4 New York anchor David Ushery.
Jessica, thank you so much. And first, let me just say, on behalf of all of us here at News 4, congratulations to our colleagues for all of the hard work that they've done and the work that we continue to do in this most challenging time. First category for me, politics, government, news. And the nominees are
Broken Ballot, Spectrum News, New York 1 News. Cuomo versus Nixon, News 12 Long Island. HRC, The Interview That Circled the Globe, News 12 Westchester. Kane in Your Corner, Politics, News 12 New Jersey. Taxpayer-funded lawmaker mailers, Their Campaigns, Your Money, WRGB TV.
And the Emmy goes to Kane in Your Corner, News 12 New Jersey.
The tabulators are basic scanners. I'm very confident that they are certainly not hackable in the usual sense.
But in fact, the scanners are hackable. Each summer, hackers set up what they call a voting village at DEF CON in Las Vegas. They found high-speed scanners, like the ones used in Connecticut, can be hacked by swapping out memory cards.
The next category, politics, government, program, feature, segment. And the nominees are
Congesting Pricing, The View from London, WABC TV.
El fin de la fianza. The End of Bail. WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Federal Balance of Power, News 12 Long Island. Is Democracy in Danger? Spectrum News, New York 1 Creative Services.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Transition of Power in Puerto Rico. WNJU Telemundo 47.
And the Emmy goes to Is Democracy in Danger? Spectrum News, New York 1.
I'm worried that American democracy, or faith in American democracy, is fading. And my concerns have gone back a long time. This isn't about one person or one election. I'm worried, frankly, about something really big picture. Is our democracy in danger?
The next category is Politics, Government, Program, Special. The nominees are
Governor Andrew Cuomo, the first 2 terms, WMHT TV. Inside City Hall, NYPD Officer Pantaleo fired. Spectrum News, New York 1 News. Make Comedians Great Again, Trump Impersonators in Trump Era, Newsday.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Midterm Elections 2018, 11 p.m. WNJU Telemundo 47.
Power and Politics, The Leader Speaks, News 12 Westchester.
And the Emmy goes to Make Comedians Great Again, Trump Impersonators in the Trump Era, Newsday.
we're going to make it a national emergency. And I have already told the troops we have left dredging here in Long Beach, and the Army Corps of Engineers is heading right down to the Mexican Wall. Thank you so much.
I hope I'm promoting them, but absolutely. But it's all for fun.
The next category, Health Science News. The nominees are
Cáncer testicular, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41. Dieta de algodón, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Fight for marijuana legalization, News 12 Westchester.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Heartbeats of Hope, WNJU Telemundo 47. Prisioneros del autismo, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Surprise medical bills, News 12 New Jersey.
And the Emmy goes to Prisioneros del Autismo, WXTV Univision 41.
Desde que el bus se asoma, la mente de Alondra no para, tratando de descifrar las necesidades de su hijo Joshua, que a sus 10 años no habla y no se vale por sí mismo.
El golpe de que le dicen, pues su niño tiene autismo.
The next category is Health Science Program Feature Segment. And the nominees are
CUNY Laureates, Arno Penzias, The Sound of Creation, CUNY TV.
La invasión de las garrapatas asiáticas, Invasion of the Asian Longhorn Tick, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41. Noticiero 47 Telemundo, 3D Space Explanation, WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo, First Cuban American in Space, WNJU Telemundo 47. Obesidad infantil, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Robert Aliano's Second Chance, Newsday. This is what sea level rise will do to coastal cities, Vox Media.
And the Emmy goes to Noticiero 47 Telemundo, 3D Space Explanation, WNJU Telemundo 47.
Una pequeña cápsula. Es una cápsula y también es quizás es una nave exploratoria que se conoce la misma como Orion. Y esta nave está capacitada para llevar dentro de la misma quizás hasta 4 astronautas. Esta nave Orion va a estar orbitando alrededor de la Tierra para después moverse directamente hacia la órbita de la Luna.
Our next category, Health Science Program Special. The nominees are
Corazón de Guerrero, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
In Theory, Season 2, Quanta Magazine. NYIT studies how a hit-filled lacrosse season affects players, Newsday. Simply Science, Episode 2, CUNY TV.
And the Emmy goes to In Theory, Season 2, Quanta Magazine.
It was the spring of 1948, and the world's top physicists converged for a conference in the Pocono Mountains. Included among them was the brilliant bongo-playing physicist Richard Feynman. One of the biggest problems in physics was describing quantum interactions in a way that's consistent with Einstein's special relativity.
Congratulations to all the winners. Let me send it over to Sandy Kenyon from Eyewitness News. Sandy?
Thank you, David. You know, when I won my first Emmy a few years ago, right over there at the Marriott Marquis, it was especially meaningful because I've covered so many award shows through the years. And I always wondered, why did people seem at a loss for words when they won? So I got up to the podium, I got my Emmy, and I turned around and my mind went completely blank. And I understood the pressure of the situation. And here's the good news. There's no pressure tonight. You can sit back at home and win in comfort. And now, my first category, business and consumer news. The nominees are
Estirando el dólar, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Kane in Your Corner, Robocalls, News 12 New Jersey.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Foreclosure Building Dispute, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
The Amazon Effect, WABC TV. What a Shame, WPIX TV.
And the Emmy goes to Kane in your corner, robocalls, News 12, New Jersey.
Just how easy is it to bombard us with unwanted calls? To find out, I turn to Ethan Farr, whose company makes robocall blocking technology.
I'll press one button here and every one of these 12 phones will ring basically simultaneously, and I'm going to make them all come from the same phone number. Would you like me to demonstrate?
Let's see.
Here we go.
Our next category is Business Consumer Program Feature Segment Special. And the nominees are
A tu lado, finding a roof or a crook. WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41.
Bold Bull, Restaurant Inspector Fakes Reports, WKBW. Forbes, Sports Money, Yes Network.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo responde. Job Scam, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Where Have All the Diners Gone? Feed Me TV, Newsday.
And the Emmy goes to Where Have All the Diners Gone? Feed Me TV, Newsday.
You were quick to point out there used to be so many more diners.
Way many more. They're gone.
There are around 100 diners in Nassau and Suffolk counties today, but that's about 40 less than there were in 1990.
Diners are dying out. I think there's only going to be a handful of diners that are out there.
Time for our next category, military news. And the nominees are
A Timeless Graduation, News 12 Hudson Valley.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo. War Heroes. WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Saluting a Stranger, WRNN TV. Singled Out Over Service, WNBC TV News. Taking Flight with the Blue Angels, WNYW Fox 5.
And the Emmy goes to A Timeless Graduation, News 12 Hudson Valley.
As many of you may have read, 104-year-old Louis Forte, who is here tonight with his family.
Until Monday.
So today, Somers High School would like to present an honorary high school diploma to Mr. Forte.
His granddaughter helped him on the stage with a cap and gown.
Thank you again for your service, Louis. Thank you, sir.
The next category, Military Program Feature Segment. And the nominees are
A Friendship, a Funeral, and a Flag, WNBC TV News. American Liver Foundation, Harvey Ware, MSG Network. Helicopter Rescue Training in New York Harbor, Always Ready, Inside the Coast Guard, WNYW Fox 5. Home for a Hero, WNYW Fox 5. Taking Flight with American Heroes, WKBW. Walk with Frank, News 12 Westchester.
And the Emmy goes to Walk with Frank, News 12 Westchester.
I'm touching base with the real people, the veterans. It's an honor, Roy. It's a real honor. I've been talking for 30 years to a limited audience because I'm only one person. So I decided to walk across New York State. I am advocating for veterans, past, present, and future. Walk with Frank is the name of my project. Hey, how you doing?
And here's another category, Military Program Special. The nominees are
Always Ready, Inside the Coast Guard, WNYW Fox 5. Buffalo Bills Honor Flight 2019, Pagula Sports and Entertainment. Crossing Over, A Soldier's Journey, Staten Island Advance, SILive.com.
And the Emmy goes to Buffalo Bills Honor Flight 2019, Pagula Sports and Entertainment.
It's so great to watch the interaction between the Bills players and the veterans, and the fact that both Levi and Taryn are military families.
A most important topic, societal concerns, news. And the nominees are
A Sight to See, Blind Workforce, WTEN TV. A Sleepless Night in NYCHA, WNBC TV News. Camp Infestation, WNBC TV News. Congestion Pricing, News 12 Long Island. Maternity Hotels, Spectrum News New York 1 News.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Live in Deplorable Conditions. WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Prescription pad problem. News 12 Westchester.
And the Emmy goes to A Sleepless Night in NYCHA, WNBC TV.
What'd you have for lunch? It is 5 o'clock on a school night, and Bianca Ramirez is walking her daughters to a home that she is not proud of. This is the Harlem River houses.
There's always pee in the elevator.
Where everyone sidesteps the liquid on the elevator floor.
Our next category in societal concerns is for Program Feature Segment. And the nominees are
A tu lado, Demolishing Labor Crimes. WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41. A tu lado, Fighting for Your Home. WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41.
Blackface in America. New York Daily News. Countdown to Shutdown. News 12 Westchester. Highway Mike, Be Heard. Brick TV.
And the Emmy goes to A tu lado, Fighting for Your Home. WXTV, Univision 41. Congratulations.
Antes de entrar a su baño, Nelly tiene que hacer todo un ritual que no termina con los ambientadores.
Tengo que venir con la sombrilla para no mojarme.
Y es que este chorro comienza a caer cuando utilizan el inodoro del apartamento de arriba.
The next category, Societal Concerns, Program, or Special. And the nominees are
Her Voice Carries. Blue Sky Project Films. Justice for Junior. Spirit of the Streets. News 12 The Bronx. No Way Out. Loopholes in the Law. News 12 Westchester. Pix 11 News Close-Up. Crisis at the Border. WPIX TV. Shades of U.S. Seeing Yourself in Books. CUNY TV. Weight of the Badge. Spectrum News Rochester.
And the Emmy goes to Weight of the Badge. Spectrum News Rochester.
Your heart rate goes up, your respiration goes up, so you get an adrenaline dump basically.
You can't show weakness. You can't admit weakness. You can't ask for help.
I don't think you can live with this much adrenaline and not have some sort of repercussion.
Congratulations, everyone. Now it's back to my Eyewitness News colleague, NJ Birkin.
Thanks, Sandy. In the category Technology, the nominees are
Aparatos del Amor. WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41.
Detecting Deepfakes. This news anchor doesn't exist. WNYW Fox 5.
Ese no soy yo. WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41. ¿Qué es esto? WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41.
Scammed Out of Love. WNBC TV News.
And the Emmy for Technology goes to Ese no soy yo, WXTV, Univision 41.
Si no es realmente yo, es un Lee, un estudiante de la Universidad Estatal de Nueva York en Albany. Allá, científicos están experimentando con deepfake, el acto de sobreponer video de alguien sobre el cuerpo de otro.
Trying to make it look like me.
El estudiante le está enseñando a su computadora cómo reconocer mi cara y reconstruirla para ponerla sobre la de él.
Okay, in the category of interactivity, the nominees are
Justice for Junior. The Trial. News 12 The Bronx. News 12 Engage. A multi-screen experience. News 12 Digital. Pix 11 Social Media Center 2019. WPIX TV.
All right, and the Interactivity Emmy goes to News 12 Engage, a multi-screen experience, News 12 Digital.
News 12 Engage allows our viewers to interact with us unlike ever before.
From food and fun to schools and fitness,
our fans and consumers tell us what to cover.
We got a ton, literally thousands of submissions from you.
The top 12 locations have been battling it out on news12.com.
They submit their favorite places to go in their community,
then rally to vote on the best ones.
In the category Documentary, the nominees are
Dirty Secrets, Spectrum News Albany. Miracle on 42nd Street, Miracle on 42nd Street, Inc. Reimagining a Buffalo Landmark, WNED-TV. The Field Afar, The Life of Father Vincent Capodanno, DeSales Media Group, NET-TV.
All right, and the Emmy in the documentary category goes to Miracle on 42nd Street, Miracle on 42nd Street, Inc.
Today, New York is a center for finance, culture, art, and fashion. But it wasn't always this way. In the 1970s, many American cities were suffering from urban decay. Nowhere was this problem more obvious than in Times Square, the home of Broadway theater.
In the category Interview Discussion, the nominees are
Black America, Soul Food and More with Carla Hall, CUNY TV. Center Stage, Yes Network. One-on-One with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Spectrum News, New York One News. Profile by BuzzFeed News, Why Shoshana Stern is breaking ground as TV's first deaf showrunner, BuzzFeed News. Speakeasy, Sting and Shaggy, LCM 247. Talking Pictures with Neil Rosen, School Ties, Samuel L. Jackson, CUNY TV.
And the Emmy goes to Center Stage, Yes Network.
What made you think, Terry, that you can transition from an athlete to a Hollywood star?
Basically, you got to understand, I did not want to get in front of the camera. Right. I was actually a creator. I thought I was going to be a director, producer, and then I went broke. Literally, the first thing I ever auditioned for, I got, and I've been acting ever since.
In the category Magazine Program, the nominees are
Broadway Profiles with Tamsin Fadal. The Fall Preview, August 2019, Broadway Channel. Nueva York, Episode 12, CUNY TV. On Stage, Hamilton and Puerto Rico, Spectrum News, New York One News. Only in New York, WPIX TV. Restaurant Hunter, Upstate Getaways, WRNN TV. The Wild Side, Feed Me TV, Newsday.
And the Emmy for Magazine Program goes to Only in New York, WPIX TV.
10-10 shots fired, City Hall building.
We need police right now.
All 5 boroughs are dying. This is Crack City.
A real-life soap opera has kept New Yorkers glued to their TV sets.
All right, congratulations, everybody. Let's throw it back across the Hudson River to Marvin Scott.
Okay, NJ, let's move on to the next category of a lifestyle program feature segment. The nominees in this category are
Food, Curated, Edible Bugs, NYC Life. In Our Own Kitchen, Statue of Liberty climber Patricia Okumu, Queens Public Television. MSG Networks, Through the Lens, MSG Network.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Mole Poblano Family Business, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Ron Baker, From Kansas to NYC, MSG Network.
And this Emmy goes to Ron Baker, From Kansas to NYC, MSG Network.
Every day is very surreal knowing that you're an NBA player from Scott City, Kansas. I don't think anybody in my neighborhood could say that they've made it to the NBA. It is obviously very pleasing and grateful to be here. Coming from where basketball started, we all know Kansas is where basketball came from.
Our next category is Lifestyle Program Special. The nominees are
Broadway Profiles with Tamsin Fadal, The Road to the Tonys, Broadway Channel. Doc to Dish, NYC Life. Her Big Idea, Episode 2, Season 3, NYC Life. Her Big Idea, Episode 7, Season 3, NYC Life. Journey into the Oculus, Feed Me TV, Newsday.
We have a tie in this category. The first Emmy goes to Big Idea, Episode 2, Season 3, NYC Life.
Anyone can have a good idea,
But the difference between those who have an idea and those who have a successful company is in the execution. These women figured out how they could transform a concept into a thriving company in New York City.
And the second Emmy goes to Journey into the Oculus Feed Me TV Newsday.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Cheers. This is the Oculus. On this Feed Me TV, we'll explore it and its countless dining destinations. Choices. Perfection. How you like them raviolis?
In the category of lifestyle program series, the nominees are
Feed Me TV, Season 5, Newsday, George to the Rescue, McGibbon Family, WNBC TV Programming, Gotta Dance, Broadway.com.
Mamá de hoy, WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41.
Open House NYC presents Design Stars in the City, WNBC TV Programming.
And this Emmy goes to George to the Rescue, McGibbon Family, WNBC TV.
Pleasure's all mine. Surprising the McGibbons was a humbling honor, and I can't wait to get to work. Gary Sinise has given me my marching orders, and I won't let him down.
Hey, Tyler. George, Donna, Gary Sinise here. We are teaming up with George to the Rescue. We couldn't be happier about that. We're going to get you that space that you're looking forward to. Lots to look forward to for this family.
In the category of nostalgia programming, the nominees are
Chronicles, Charlie Connerly, MSG Network, Liberty Hall 360, Revolutionary Wedding, Kane University.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Gracias, Jorge. 4 decades of history. WNJU, Telemundo 47.
On Stage, 25 years of Disney on Broadway, Spectrum News, New York One News. Pride, celebrating 50 years, WNBC TV Programming. Street Level, The Bowery, Spectrum News, New York One CD. The Guarantee, New York Jets.
And the Emmy goes to The Guarantee, New York Jets.
Whenever I said, well, we're going to win the game, I guarantee you, Coach Eubank grabbed me the next day at practice. He got, you know how Weed gets whenever he just fired up like a little rooster. So what have you done? What have you done? Those guys were so overconfident. Now you've given them ammunition to put up on their bulletin board.
Right, yeah. In the category of special event coverage, other than news and sports, the nominees are
CUNY TV Town Hall, Food Insecurity, CUNY TV. In the Fast Lane, the New York International Auto Show, WABC TV. Live red carpet to the Tonys, Spectrum News, New York One News. March of the Living, WNYW Fox 5. The World Cup ticker tape celebration, WCBS TV, NYC Life, Bard Entertainment.
And this Emmy goes to the World Cup ticker tape celebration, WCBS TV, NYC Life, Bard Entertainment.
From tears and confetti on the field to a champagne shower in the locker room.
We are extremely aware of the power of winning.
Fans celebrating across the country, all over social media, and now right in our backyard.
A lot more to go. Let's go back to my colleague, Virginia Huey.
Thank you, Marvin. And now we're moving on to our talent categories. For Talent Anchor News, the nominees are
Pat Kiernan, Spectrum News, New York One News. Corey Chambers, WPIX TV.
Darlene Bourdiez, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Stone Grissom, News 12 Long Island. Tamsin Fidel, WPIX TV.
And the Emmy goes to Pat Kiernan, Spectrum News, New York One.
There were technical problems that gave Mayor de Blasio a chipmunk voice during a campaign event in Iowa.
This is what we need to focus on as Democrats.
Mayor de Blasio does not have the monopoly on sounding like a chipmunk.
We have the technology here to make anybody sound like a chipmunk. I could sound like a chipmunk. We could all sound like chipmunks.
In the category Talent Anchor Weather, the nominees are
Byron Miranda, WPIX-TV.
Liliana Allende, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Mike Rizzo, meteorologist, News 12 The Bronx.
Pedro Montoro, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Pat Kavlin, News 12 Long Island. Dave Curran, News 12 New Jersey.
And the Emmy goes to Dave Curran, News 12 New Jersey.
We've got a dangerous storm system right now. We're looking at video from Dover Township where the storm one of the little pieces, one of the little vortices is right over the area. So we've got nonstop lightning. Just look at the car. Look at the car and watch how everything kind of flashes off of that.
In the category Talent Anchor Sports, the nominees are
Al Troutwig, MSG Network. Bill Pito, MSG Network. Bob Lorenz, Yes Network. Kevin Marr, News 12 Long Island.
Verónica Contreras, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
And the Emmy goes to Kevin Marr, News 12 Long Island.
Once upon a time, he was the Mets catcher of the future. Last night, he was booed off the field, and now the Mets are done with Travis d'Arnaud. He's barely played and barely hit this season after missing all of last season after getting Tommy John surgery. Mets taking on the Brewers today, and look, it was toddler giveaway day. Everybody in the house got a free 2-year-old. It's like the greatest thing ever, right?
In the category Talent Reporter Features Human Interests, the nominees are
Henry Rossif, WPIX-TV. Marissa Alter, News 12 Connecticut. Nadia Galindo, News 12 Westchester. Matt King, WNYW Fox 5. Tara Rosenblum, News 12 Westchester.
And the Emmy goes to Tara Rosenblum, News 12 Westchester.
I asked my mom about suicide.
When you had that program on, I saw that boy's face. It was just a sign of despair. And an 11-year-old shouldn't have despair in his heart.
But Charles Vollmoeller didn't just watch and cry. He reached us and offered to pay for Joey. Can you help? A boy he had never even met.
Wings and palms.
To take kung fu classes.
In the category Talent Reporter General Assignment, the nominees are
Henry Rossif, WPIX-TV.
Alfredo Acosta, WNJU, Telemundo 47. Cristina Navarrete, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Rana Novini, WNBC TV News. Tony Aiello, WCBS TV.
We have a tie. The first Emmy goes to Tony Aiello, WCBS TV.
The Bulkhead, built by G&S, the shopping center developer, first showing problems a few years after opening.
In 2010, public access was cut off, the walkway padlocked. But Westchester County continued to make those annual lease payments, $840,000.
And the second Emmy goes to Henry Rossif, WPIX TV.
I've been digging into this for 2 days now since I found out there was some sort of violent incident between a special needs student and a bus driver. And just earlier today, I obtained surveillance video from the sportswear store behind me that really lays out what happened. The video's a little grainy and there's some print on the screen from the camera system, but you can see what's going on.
In the category Talent Reporter Investigative Consumer, the nominees are
Berenice Garner, WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41.
Chris Glorioso, WNBC TV News. Jennifer Lukey, WHEC TV.
Liz González, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Sarah Wallace, WNBC TV News.
And the Emmy goes to Berenice Gartner, WXTV Univision 41.
Rosa nos muestra la prueba de que tenía cobertura médica al momento de dar a luz a su niño.
Nació grande, pero lo que no me imaginó era que ellos me iban a cobrar todo ese dinero.
Nació pesando 8 libras y $8,000 también fue la cuenta que le dejó a su mamá.
Tú has salido muy caro, Aaron.
No.
$8,000.
Tampoco.
Coco Mommy.
Congratulations to everyone. Since you can't be here, we'd love to have you post an acceptance speech on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter with the hashtag NYEmmys2020. And now let's send it off to Jessica Moore.
Thanks, Virginia. And continuing in our talent category, in the category Reporter Live, the nominees are
Derek Waller, WABC TV. Jessica Layton, WCBS TV.
Luis Gerardo Núñez, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Rochelle Boone, Spectrum News, New York 1 News. Shirley Chan, WPIX TV.
And the Emmy goes to Luis Gerardo Núñez, WNJW, Telemundo 47.
Digo algo, Edgardo me mandó a comprar un boletico. Lo compramos en un lugar donde nuestro camarógrafo Lenny Torres con un raspadito se sacó $50. Es decir, esta noche estamos de suerte. Lenny, toca esto, por favor, para que le llegue a Edgardo la suerte. La tienes ahí, Edgardo. Eso sí, le toca comisión a Lenny.
Y a
Así
ti,
que, bueno,
y a
ya
ti
saben.
también.
In the category of Talent Reporter Political, the nominees are
Greg Floyd, WRGB TV.
Luis Alejandro Medina, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Rick Barabi, News 12 Long Island. Walt Kane, News 12 New Jersey.
And the Emmy goes to Luis Alejandro Medina, WNJW, Telemundo 47.
Y es que en un momento dado se llegó a plantear si el ex vicepresidente Joe Biden ya no era hora que le pasara la antorcha a otros líderes del Partido Demócrata. De hecho, Bernie Sanders también salió a decir que lo más importante es la experiencia y cómo llegar a ganarle a Donald Trump.
In the category of Talent Reporter Specialty Assignment, the nominees are
Matt Mulcahy, reporter, WSTM TV. Luke Moretti, WIVB TV.
Luis Gerardo Núñez, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
Josh Robin, Spectrum News, New York 1 CD. Tara Rosenblum, reporter, News 12 Westchester.
And the Emmy goes to Luke Moretti, WIVB TV.
Meet Sharon Coyle, owner and operator of Rolling Hills Asylum, located south of Batavia in East Bethany. It's a big draw for the paranormal community.
And everyone's just kind of searching for explanations and possible theories, and nobody really knows.
In the category Talent Reporter Medical, the nominees are
Aaron Billups, Spectrum News, New York 1 CD. Benita Zahn, WNYT. Tara Rosenblum, News 12 Westchester. Jeff Russick, WKBW.
And we have another tie in this category. The first Emmy goes to Aaron Billups, Spectrum News, New York 1.
468,000 Americans are being kept alive on dialysis. Diabetics make up the largest percentage of those patients. Dialysis is a Band-Aid solution, though. What's needed is a cure, and scientists are closer than ever before to finding one.
And our second Emmy goes to Tara Rosenblum, News 12 Westchester.
This is what crushing, God help me, chronic pain, I'm just tired, looks, I gotta sit for a minute, and sounds like.
Sometimes I just wish someone can just take me out my misery.
In the category of Talent Reporter Sports, the nominees are
Jamie Stewart, News 12 Long Island. John Chandler, WNBC TV News. Kevin Marr, News 12 Long Island. Olivia Landis, New York Jets. Steve Gelbs, SNY.
And the Emmy goes to John Chandler, WNBC TV.
Jimmy and David, after the wild card win with the champagne still in his eyes, Dieter Gregorius said, everybody here wants Boston. You want Boston? Well, now here we are. You've got Boston. It's Yankees-Red Sox starting tonight. And if fans know anything with this rivalry, you know you're in for a fight.
In the category Talent, Commentator, Editorialist, the nominees are
Larry Menti, WJLP TV. Chris Williamson, SNY. Errol Lewis, Spectrum News, New York 1 News. Roma Torrey, Spectrum News, New York 1 News. Rich French, WRNN TV.
And the Emmy goes to Larry Ment, WJLP TV.
Many who breathed in the air have since died, making them the forgotten victims of a day we promised we would never forget. The actual death toll of 9/11 is over 5,000. Within 2 years, more people will have died from 9/11 related illnesses than died on the day of the attack.
A big congratulations to everyone. Now let's send things back over to David Ushery.
Thank you, Jessica. And continuing our talent awards, first category, talent, program host, moderator. And the nominees are
Jack Ford, WLIW 21. Doug Williams, SNY. Gary Apple, SNY. Michael K., Yes Network.
Patricia Fuenmayor, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Chris Raggi, WCBS TV.
And the Emmy goes to Jack Ford, WLIW 21.
You've had a long and extraordinarily successful career, and I would suspect that that kind of success gives you the luxury of a lot of options, a lot of possible new projects to get involved in.
Yes.
Given those options, what was it about network? What was it about Howard Beale that made you say, you know what, this is the next thing for me?
Our next category is talent, performer, narrator. And the nominees are
Mac Primo, Mac Primo Inc. Natalie Patterson, NJ Advance Media. Tara Rosenblum, News 12 Westchester.
And the Emmy goes to Mac Primo Incorporated.
Last month, someone told me, Lucien, you're a 10. I didn't get it. I didn't know it was a compliment. If I had known that, I would have said, thank you. Thank you for supporting the season number 10 of The Invisible Dog.
Our next category, talent, sports, play-by-play. The nominees are
Brendan Burke, New York Islanders, MSG Network. Gary Cohen, New York Mets, SNY. Ian Eagle, Brooklyn Nets, Yes Network. Mike Breen, New York Knicks, MSG Network.
And the Emmy goes to Ian Eagle, Brooklyn Nets, Yes Network.
Crab fires. Misses from three-point territory. There's an OKC chant right now. George tapped out. Adams. George drives. He's fouled. A chance at a three-point play.
Our next category is talent, sports analyst. The nominees are
John Flaherty, New York Yankees, Yes Network. Ron Darling, New York Mets, SNY. Sarah Kustok, Brooklyn Nets, Yes Network. Wally Zerbiak, New York Knicks, MSG Network. Walt Clyde Frazier, New York Knicks, MSG Network.
And the Emmy goes to Sarah Kustok, Brooklyn Nets, Yes Network.
Karis LeVert with the quickness in the finish and a beautiful job by LeVert in his timing of this play. It is not that easy, and you couldn't have done much better with the body control, the physicality, the strength in the finish.
And the next category, talent, reporter, transportation, traffic. And the nominees are
Andrew Siff, WNBC TV News. Heather O'Rourke, WABC TV. Greg Mocker, WPIX TV.
And the Emmy goes to Greg Mocker, WPIX TV.
I asked for an overview of the project, and that means going right to the top. You made it to the top. This is 600 feet above the Hudson River. Nearly 280,000 vehicles cross the span every day, and we still need to do it while the work is being done.
Congratulations to all the winners. I'll send it back now to the Academy president and my friend N.J. Burkett.
Thanks, David. Since 1962, the Academy has honored an organization or an individual whose contributions have made a distinctive and lasting impact on our industry. The list of past honorees is truly a who's who of broadcasters and institutions. Tonight, we honor a sportscaster whose signature style has become the voice of baseball in New York. Here once again to present the Governor's Award is our awards chairman, Marvin Scott.
Thanks, NJ. You adequately explained the significance of the annual Governor's Award, and it's my honor this year that we present it to John Sterling. He's a broadcast legend who is celebrating his 60th year as a communicator. He and the late Bob Wolf are the only sportscaster ever so honored by the Television Academy. Now, John's career began back in 1960 at a small radio station in upstate New York. In 1975, he was the voice of the New York Nets and the Islanders, and he also hosted a nightly sports talk show on WMCA radio. Well, John, of course, became best known in 1989 when he became the voice of the New York Yankees, and he hadn't missed calling one game for nearly 30 years. That's quite a record. And we have to say, over the span of time, John has certainly delivered for his fans memories that only John Sterling can deliver.
It is high, it is far, it is gone. It's a grand slam. Let the Gardy party begin. Brett Gardner plants one in the right field seats. It is a grand salami.
Many years ago, Howard Cosell said, "Down goes Frazier." Well, when Clint Frazier had a home run, I said, "Downtown goes Frazier."
It is gone. Downtown goes Frazier.
Aaron Judge will lead it off.
Swung on there, it goes to deep left center. It is high, it is far, it is gone. Wow, what a home run. He hit it over the visitors' bullpen into the bleachers. Wow, what an enormous home run. This is Judgment Day.
Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Michael Kay, the TV voice of the Yankees, was John's radio partner for 10 years, and they shared the ceremonial on-field duties and road trips for many more years beyond that. Michael has a few words of tribute for John.
Well, I'm so thrilled that John Sterling is being honored with the Governor's Award for his 60 years in broadcasting, and I had the honor and the thrill of working with him for 10 years, the first 10 years of my broadcasting career with the Yankees. I started in 1992. Our last year together was 2001, and we had the honor of calling 4 World Series championships. It was amazing. Learning the business from a guy like John was amazing in itself. And, you know, we talk about 60 years of broadcasting, and I can tell you that every single time that he went behind the microphone, that's exactly where he was supposed to be. He loves broadcasting. Every day that he walks into the booth is an absolute joy. Just the best. The way he uses his voice, his cadence and play-by-play. A lot of people look at, you know, the Yankees win and burn, baby, burn and stuff like that. But when it comes to calling a game, I don't know if there's many better than John Sterling. And I always point to one specific inning that he had, and that was the bottom of the 9th inning of Game 7 of the 2001 World Series. Now, John obviously preferred when the Yankees would win, and he got excited when the Yankees won. But take a listen to the call that he had in Game 7, bottom of the 9th inning, when Luis Gonzalez got the win and the big hit to give the Diamondbacks a victory. John called that right down the middle. He could have been a national broadcaster for that. John's done everything in this business, and I will tell you one thing. There's one thing that he loves more than broadcasting, and those are his 4 kids. When you talk to John about his kids, he gets emotional, his eyes water. That's how much they mean to him. And I know that he goes to work every single day and thinking about them and wanting them to be happy. And that's something I took from him as well. He taught me so much. He taught me about the emotion, about trying to,
be yourself in the booth. We had an instant rapport when I started working with him, and I didn't have much experience. And, the one thing he told me, he said, you should really want the Yankees to win. And I said, why is that, John? He said, well, if we give them good news, people are going to like us as well. People like you when you give them good news. And boy, was he right. After 4 World Series championships, people liked us a lot more than if they had not won. Anyway, I'm thrilled that John's getting this award. Thrilled for him. I love him as a friend. I obviously revere him as a broadcaster and a partner in the booth as well. And he deserves this so, so very much.
It is my distinct pleasure to present this year's National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences New York Chapter's Governor's Award to broadcast icon John Sterling.
Whenever you receive an award, it's a very wonderful thing. But when you receive an award from your peers, it is extra special. So my thanks to the Academy for presenting me with the Governor's Award at this year's Emmys. Now, of course, we couldn't have the dinner this year, but next year we will, and it will be bigger and better than ever. So my thanks to the Academy. Please stay in and stay safe.
A well-deserved honor, John. Congratulations. We invite tonight's other Emmy recipients to record an acceptance speech and post it on social media with the hashtag NYEmmys2020. Let's send it back now to Sandy Kenyon in Times Square.
Thank you, Marvin. Now it's time for the promo category. And we begin with Promotion News Promo Single Spot. The nominees are
Noticiero 47 Telemundo Breaking News, WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Introducing Darlene Bourdiez, WNJU Telemundo 47.
Pix 11 2018 Year-Ender, WPIX TV. Stepping On 365 Weather, Spectrum News New York 1 Creative Services. Supporting local journalism, Jim Bombach, Newsday.
WXTV Noticias Univisión 41, Ese No Soy Yo. WXTV Noticias Univisión 41, Promotions.
And the Emmy goes to WXTV Univision 41, Ese No Soy Yo. WXTV Univision 41.
Diario usamos los filtros de Apple, Instagram y Snapchat como un juego. Pero ¿te imaginas que existe una tecnología que va más allá de un juego? Que puede distorsionar la realidad e incluso robarte la identidad con videos falsos.
Muchas veces no creen que son fake porque son tan perfectos.
Yo soy José Palieri con Univisión Investiga. Le cuento más con mi reportaje Ese No Soy Yo.
Our next category is Promotion News Promo for the entire campaign. And the nominees are
Most Accurate Man Campaign, WIVB.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, July Sweeps, WNJU Telemundo 47.
Storm Tracker 4, WNBC TV Promotions. You Paid For It Promo Campaign, WRGB TV.
And the Emmy goes to Noticiero 47 Telemundo, July Sweeps, WNJU Telemundo 47.
Cuando me dicen que tengo que cortarme el brazo, yo le digo al doctor que él está loco, que yo no me voy a cortar el brazo, que yo voy a buscar otra opción.
Huele a algunos químicos que puede componer un explosivo.
Tú bailas de tu manera, yo bailo de la mía.
Another promotion news promo category. This one is for Image. And the nominees are
News 8 WROC 70th Anniversary. Firsts, WROC TV. News 8 WROC 70th Anniversary Image Campaign, WROC TV.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, MS13, El Especial, WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo investiga Best of 2018. WXTV Telemundo 47. WXTV Noticias Univisión 41 al despertar Behind the Scenes. WXTV Noticias Univisión 41 Promotions.
You deserve better. Better get Vaquero. WNBC TV Promotions.
And the Emmy goes to Noticiero 47 Telemundo, MS13, El Especial, WNJU Telemundo 47.
Este domingo a las 8 de la mañana, Noticiero 47 Telemundo presenta el especial MS-13. Amenaza latente. Conozca la historia de la Mara Salvatrucha, su diario vivir,
violar, controlar y matar,
los métodos de reclutamiento y cómo evitar que nuestros hijos caigan en ese mundo de violencia.
And now, promotion, program, promo. Single spot. And the nominees are
New York in 25, Blue Man Group, NYC Life. Feed Me TV series, Sizzle Reel, Newsday. It's Gonna Be a Good Day, WNBC TV Promotions. Saquon Barkley, Rookie of the Year, New York Football Giants.
Telemundo 47, Darkiel, Mes de la Herencia Puertorriqueña, WNJU, Telemundo 47. WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41, Héroes, Adriana Vargas. WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41, Promotions.
And the Emmy goes to Telemundo 47, Darkiel, Mes de la Herencia Puertorriqueña, WNJU Telemundo 47.
La isla mía tiene un ambiente distinto. De Ponce a Tumacao, de Rincón a las 6-5. Es una mezcla de puro sudor con cosas buenas. La tenemos rubias, pelinegras y morenas. El combo que nunca se queda atrás. Escuchando una de Frank y la cura, mi libertad. Héctor, tú eres la fama, al igual que Mar. Talento puro del barrio como Yankee Don Omar.
This is promotion, program, promo, and it's for the entire campaign. The nominees are
Nix on MSG, MSG times Twitter, MSG Network.
Telemundo 47, Dominican Heritage Month, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
The Right Stuff, SNY. WNYT Lifestyle Weather Campaign, WNYT TV. Yankees Buzz in the Bronx, Yes Network.
And the Emmy goes to Nix on MSG, MSG x Twitter, MSG Network.
Stolen by Dennis Smith. Smith goes in, off the backboard! Exclamation point from Mitchell Robinson.
Staying in promotion, program, promo, this one is for sports. And the nominees are
62,000 to 1, 3 teams, 1 city, 1 year, SNY. Islanders playoffs on MSG, MSG Network. Nets playoff tease, Yes Network. NYCFC Energy Launch Spot, Yes Network. One Jets Drive, the 2019 New York Jets, New York Jets.
Telemundo 47, Papá Changó, Somos Uno, WNJU, Telemundo 47.
And the Emmy goes to Nets Playoff Tease, Yes Network.
It is a barrage in Brooklyn. Razzle dazzle. Big finish. Incredible. What a story.
Promotion, program, promo. This one's for Image, and the nominees are
Crosstown, Spectrum News New York 1 Creative Services. Forever 13, 13.
Manhattan Dominican Parade Live Broadcast POP, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41 Promotions.
Media with Impact, Bill Story, 13. MSG Knicks Expression of Fandom, Clyde Art, MSG Network. Syracuse University, Sesquicentennial, Syracuse University.
And the Emmy goes to Crosstown Spectrum News, New York 1.
Crosstown's a podcast with New York One journalists on the stories that shape our culture, our trends. There's only so much of what we discover every day that we have time to cover each morning. Crosstown connects us to the people and the stories behind the headlines. So join us whenever and wherever you listen to podcasts.
Congratulations to all the winners. Now it's back to my good friend, NJ Birkin.
Thank you, my friend. Moving to the commercial categories. Single spot commercial, the nominees are
Geico, Mr. Met, DNA Discovery, SNY. Invisible Dog, Season 10, Mac Primo Inc. MSG Network's Calling All Ballers, MSG Network. Welcome to Famous Original NYC, NYC and Company.
And the Emmy goes to Welcome to Famous Original, NYC, NYC and Company.
We've got every season here. Go see the Rockettes.
The Statues of Liberty.
Stonewall, which is incredibly historic. Comedies where revolutions happen.
Chelsea, Soho. Hay cosas ya de lujo. Es un área bien fancy, ¿me entiendes?
When you come here, you expect glamour. Diamonds, glamorous dress.
And in the category Commercial Campaign, the nominees are
Joey Campaign, SNY. Best in Town, WCBS TV. MSG Networks, Calling All Ballers, MSG Network. Sunday Morning Science Lab, WCBS TV.
And in this category, we have a tie. So, Emmy number 1 goes to Best in Town, WCBS TV.
In Queens, nestled between Regal Park and Kew Gardens, is the hidden gem Forest Hills. Get there via the E, F, M, and R trains or the LIRR. France, Spain, Malaysia, China. You'll find that its residents are from all over the world and over 100 languages spoken.
Okay, and the second Emmy in Commercial Campaign goes to Joey Campaign, SNY.
Hey, Joey.
At your service.
How can Brooklyn improve its defense?
Brooklyn? I'll follow that team. Let me use my dial-a-friend lifeline. Oh!
Hello.
Evo!
Joey! It's been ages, man.
In a category Community Public Service PSA's Single Spot, the nominees are
America Can't Wait, WPIX-TV.
WXTV Noticias Univisión 41, la epidemia del plástico. WXTV Noticias Univisión 41 Promotions.
Your Voice, Your Vote, Brooklyn Free Speech.
Okay, and the Emmy goes to Your Voice, Your Vote, Brooklyn Free Speech.
Today is primary day. We're talking to voters all over Brooklyn. Why did you vote today?
I'm excited about your future because it's also my future.
We appreciate America.
This country needs us. And today we're out here to get people to vote.
And in the category Community Public Service PSA's Campaign, the nominees are
Pride, WCBS TV. Spell it out, Sammy Mendenhall Creative Inc. Vote 2018 spots, 13.
WNJU Telemundo 47, Rescan Campaign. WNJU Telemundo 47. WXTV Noticias Univisión 41, Corazón de Guerrero Campaign. WXTV Noticias Univisión 41.
And this Emmy goes to Spell it out, Sammy Mendenhall Creative Incorporated. Congratulations.
Welcome to the PS 142 Spelling Bee Finals. Our first word is peanut. Can you use it in a sentence, please? Peanut and other food allergies can be dangerous and need to be taken seriously. Eating just a tiny bite of a food allergen like peanuts can make you sick.
Okay, moving to Public Current Community Affairs feature segment. The nominees are
A Dream Deferred, Behind the Concrete Walls, 13. Corner Store Compassion, Going In with Brian Vines, Brick TV. How Do We Combat Hate in the Digital Age? Spectrum News New York 1 Creative Services.
Running for Ayotzinapa, the effort to create awareness on the disappeared 43 Mexican students. CUNY TV.
Seeing Frankie, WJLP.
All right, and the Emmy goes to How Do We Combat Hate in the Digital Age? Spectrum News New York 1.
Talking to Tony McAleer was one of the toughest moments of my career.
I'm white and I'm proud. And I'm a racist.
He long ago renounced his past as a white supremacist leader. And now he fervently works to convince neo-Nazis to abandon their paths of hate.
Okay, in the category Public Current Community Affairs Series, the nominees are
Around Queens, Helping Incarcerated Moms, Queens Public Television. Chasing the Dream, WSKG Public Media. Good Day Street Talk celebrates Black History Month, WNYW Fox 5. The Great Divide, Studio 20. This Won't Define Us, Newsday.
All right, and the Emmy goes to Good Day Street Talk celebrates Black History Month, WNYW Fox 5.
Hello and welcome to this very special edition of Good Day Street Talk and our annual Black History Month celebration. I'm Antoine Lewis and we're coming to you from the National Jazz Museum in Harlem, a showcase for just one of the many influences that have shaped American culture.
Well, I know if we had a podium here for you, you'd all be up here giving acceptance speeches. But don't forget, you can post your acceptance speech to social media by using our hashtag NYEmmys2020. Let's throw it back to Marvin Scott.
Thanks, NJ. In the category of News Special, the nominees are
Beyond the Border, WRNN TV.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Enfoque, un año de luchas. WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. MS-13, amenaza latente. WNJU Telemundo 47.
Trapped in the Triangle, WPIX TV. Tunnel to Towers, WCBS TV.
And the Emmy goes to Tunnel to Towers, WCBS TV.
Since 2002, hundreds of thousands of runners have come here to retrace the historic footsteps of Stephen Stiller. Hi, everyone. I'm Chris Raggi. We'd like to welcome you to the 17th annual Tunnel to Towers run.
And I'm Mary Calvi. We are standing at the finish line, just steps from the footprint of the World Trade Towers, where Stephen Stiller gave his life saving others.
Journalistic Enterprise is our next category. Let's take a look at the nominees.
Andre Malik, Journalistic Enterprise Portfolio, NJ Advance Media.
Berenice Garner at Heart, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Greg Floyd, You Paid For It Compilation, WRGB TV. Sarah Wallace, Composite, WNBC TV News. Tara Rosenblum, Journalistic Enterprise, News 12 Westchester.
And the Emmy goes to Tara Rosenblum, Journalistic Enterprise, News 12 Westchester.
But as painful as that story is to hear, and yes, it's gut-wrenching, we all know it's not unique. Bullying happens in hallways all across America.
In the category of Education, Schools, News, the nominees are
Bullied in School, News 12 New Jersey.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Robotics High School Competition, WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Technical School for a Bright Future, WNJU Telemundo 47.
The Bathroom Battle, News 12 Westchester. The Harmed Suburban 5, WABC TV. Top Teacher, WNYT.
This Emmy goes to The Harmed Suburban 5, WABC TV.
Keep walking, please. Keep walking. We have certain spaces that are not even conducive for learning.
Children were being taught on stages and in closets and hallways.
Yes, let's do this one again, okay?
He couldn't be put in honors classes because there was no room for him.
It's just widening the gap, the achievement gap.
In the category of Education, Schools, Program Feature Segment, the nominees are
A Clase con el Canciller, WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
Brentwood's Green Machine, Newsday. CUNY Laureates, John O'Keefe, Inner GPS, CUNY TV. MHS Student Highlight, Alex Liu, Metuchen Media.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo. ¿Dónde está el dinero? WNJU Telemundo 47.
The Sugar Hill Project, 13.
And this Emmy goes to A Clase con el Conciliar, WXTV Univision 41.
La instrucción es apta para estudiantes de kinder, pero estos alumnos apenas tienen 3 añitos. Ya inmersos en su camino académico gracias al programa 3K, Freddy escogió el juego del bus escolar y sin saberlo, trabaja en sus habilidades motoras.
In the category of Education Schools, Program Special, the nominees are
Imported from Brooklyn, New York City College of Technology. Urban U, Beyond the Classroom, CUNY TV. Women Who Shape the Future, WNYW Fox 5.
And this Emmy goes to Imported from Brooklyn, New York City College of Technology.
I would equate him as a master on the same plane as, Glazer and Claus.
And we have a category for children, youth. Here are the nominees.
Exploring Your Health, Sleep, Spectrum News New York 1 CD. Garden of Dreams, Christmas Tree, New York Knicks Experience, MSG Network. Garden of Dreams, Delon Ozek meets John Cena, MSG Network. Kindness Jars, News 12 Westchester.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Lazos de éxito. WNJU Telemundo 47.
This Emmy goes to Garden of Dreams, Dylan Ozek meets John Cena, MSG Network.
1, 2, 3.
I told you that one surprise, but this was your real surprise.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And I'm really happy.
You enjoyed the movie?
Yeah.
Well, I'm enjoying this.
Congratulations. Now let me send it back to Virginia.
Thank you, Marvin. And now we're moving on to the category of teen. The nominees are
14-year-old makes $2.2 million running her own candy empire. CBS Interactive. Between Borders, WRNN TV. Camp Sundown, WTEN.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo. What comes after foster care? WNJU Telemundo 47.
Spotlight, Sentence to Art, Spectrum News, New York 1 News. The Rise of Esports, WNYT.
And the Emmy goes to Between Borders, WRNN TV.
My dad is a journalist, so the news is a big deal in our house. Lately, we've been talking a lot about immigration and what is going on at our borders, especially the fact that so many of the immigrants are children my age and younger.
In the category Human Interest News, the nominees are
Challenger Surf Camp, News 12 Long Island. Maintaining the National September 11th Memorial, How Workers Protect the Names of the Dead, New York Daily News. Ride for Life, News 12 Long Island. Sam Solaz, Holocaust survivor to millionaire meatpacker, Spectrum News, New York 1 News. Second Chances, Spectrum News Albany. Secret Santa, WTEN. The Upside, WNYT. Times Square Billboard helps New York man find a kidney, NET TV.
There is a tie in this category. The first Emmy goes to Maintaining the National September 11th Memorial, How Workers Protect the Names of the Dead, New York Daily News.
I personally see myself as kind of a keeper of the dead. It's kind of cathartic. It's kind of meditative to be able to work here. So it's always kind of on my mind.
And the second Emmy goes to Second Chances, Spectrum News Albany.
I already used my one strike, so I used my get out of jail free card. So I used that and I had no excuses anymore.
Knowing Sterling like the way I do, I knew that you have to go through the hard times to get to the other side. I believe a lot in second chances.
In the category Human Interest Program Features segment, the nominees are
Beyond Blue and Red, Micah Hyde, Pass It On, Pagula Sports and Entertainment. Harlem Globetrotters' smallest player credits mom for his success. CBS Interactive. New York's very own The Healing Power of Flowers. WPIX-TV.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, la historia de Quique y Rey. WNJU Telemundo 47.
Shotzi's Death Cafe, Going In with Brian Vines, Brick TV. Still a Dancer, 13. Veteran paramedic on surviving the September 11th terror attacks. New York Presbyterians Health Matters.
And the Emmy goes to Veteran paramedic on surviving the September 11th terror attacks. New York Presbyterians Health Matters.
I remember once we got there, we can see debris falling, loud noises, we could see the smoke up high. I remember seeing a photographer off to my right, and he was taking pictures of us with the towers burning in the background. And I remember thinking to myself, you know, what is wrong with this guy? This is ridiculous. You know, why are you here?
In the category Human Interest Program Special, the nominees are
Celebrating Women, Past, Present, and Future. WSYR-TV, Syracuse, New York. Hope Week Remembered, 2019, Yes Network. How one of America's coolest ice cream brands was built, Eater. Political Pioneers, The Three Lauras Project, Newsday. Tower of Heroes, Stories from the Tower Climb of One World Trade Center, WNYW Fox 5.
And the Emmy goes to How one of America's coolest ice cream brands was built, Eater.
Cool House is a queer, founded and led ice cream company. We are artisanal, unique, innovative ice cream brand known for our pints and sandwiches. We started from ice cream trucks and we expanded to scoop shops and now grocery distribution. We really want Cool House to be the household ice cream brand of our generation.
In the category Photographer Program, the nominees are
Adam Paul Verity, Spectrum News, New York One News. Andre Malik, Photographer Portfolio, NJ Advance Media. Digital Content Photographers, Spectrum News, New York One CD. Jeff Siegel, MSG Network.
And the Emmy goes to Jeff Siegel, MSG Network.
I remember reading magazine articles talking about this run when it began. Oh, it's probably a 2-year, 3-year run. Now that we're on this side of it, 60 some odd shows later, it seemed like a no-brainer.
Everyone always wonders, how did this whole thing come to be?
Congratulations, everyone. Let's go back to Jessica Moore.
Thanks, Virginia. In the category Photographer Short Form, the nominees are
Cristian Suárez, WNJU Telemundo 47.
Dan Spakowski, New York Jets. Christopher Ware, Newsday. Mac Primo, Mac Primo Inc.
And the Emmy goes to Mac Primo, Invisible Dogs Season 10.
Fortunately, after a few years, I start to pun. For the season 5 of The Invisible Dog, we launched our first ever Kickstarter campaign, and it was a big success. We didn't do a 6 figures, but we made millions of new friends.
In the category Photographer News, the nominees are
Brian Jingaleski, News 12 Long Island. Darren McQuaid, WPIX-TV. Michael Del Giudice, WNBC TV News. Jim Menino, News 12 Connecticut. Steve Kameka, Spectrum News Albany. Andrew Christman, News 12 Westchester.
And the Emmy goes to Darren McQuaid, WPIX-TV.
You might not expect to hear punk rock
echoing from the basement recording studio of a suburban block in Verona, New Jersey. But it's not the location that makes rock star race cars' young and fresh sound unique. It's the fact that most of them are just wrapping up their freshman year of high school.
In the category Photographer Sports, the nominees are
Chris Williams, New Jersey Devils. Dan Spakowski, New York Jets. Shelby Knowles, Photographer, Newsday. Michael Becton, MSG Network. Rob Carbuccia, SNY.
And the Emmy goes to Shelby Knowles, Newsday.
I'm up at 3:50 in the morning. I get ready, I hop in my car, I head to the city. I teach at another boxing gym that I'm partnered with, Overthrow Boxing Club. Then I hop in my car, I drive over to Brooklyn. I'm training in Gleason's.
In the category News Producer, the nominees are
Andrew Savis, WABC TV.
Jacqueline Arevalo Segovia, edición digital. WXTV Noticias, Univisión 41.
Mary Davies, News Producer Composite, WNBC TV News. Bryn Gadinas Onstad, Terror Scares and a Freak Snowstorm, WPIX TV.
Diana Correa, The Art of Production, WXTV Noticias, Univisión 41.
And the Emmy goes to Diana Correa, The Art of Production, WXTV Univision 41.
La emergencia movilizó en cuestión de minutos a la policía, el FBI y numerosas agencias de la ciudad, el estado de Nueva York y el gobierno federal. El paquete con un artefacto explosivo de fabricación casera recibido en la sede de CNN en Columbus Circle tenía como destinatario a John Brennan, comentarista de seguridad de esa cadena y es director de la CIA en el gobierno de Barack Obama.
In the category of Live Sports Producer, the nominees are
Bill Boland, Yes Network. Frank DeGracci, Yes Network. Greg Picker, SNY. Jim Gallagher, MSG Network. Spencer Julian, MSG Network.
And the Emmy goes to Frank DeGracci, Yes Network.
Yeah, the energy level very, very high. The emotions are high. Also, the fans feeling it also for him, appreciating not only the fact that he's back, but the work he's done and how hard he's worked. And look at him defensively initially. And I like the quick spurts, the turnaround.
A big congratulations again to everyone. Now let's send things back over to David Ushery.
Thank you, Jessica. And now we move on to our editor entries. And the first category is Editor Short Form. The nominees are
Bart A. Tripoli III, SNY.
Cristian Suárez, Breaking News, WNJU Telemundo 47.
Dan Spakowski, New York Jets. Mac Primo, Invisible Dog Season 10, Mac Primo Inc. Jack Radutsky, New York Jets. Heath Benfield, Only in New York, Series Trailer, WPIX TV.
Gerardo Ramírez, WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41.
And we actually have a tie in this. The Emmy goes to first Dan Zapakowski, New York Jets. Our next category, Editor Program. The nominees are
Don Casper, Don't Define Me, Epic 10 Films. Josh Kapuscinski, imported from Brooklyn, New York City College of Technology, CUNY. Jeff Siegel, White Hot Spotlight, Billy Joel and the Greatest Arena Run of All Time, MSG Network. Lucia Dragos, Made in Queens, The Woodcarver, Queens Public Television. Sean Dahlberg, Spectrum News New York 1 CD.
And the Emmy goes to Jeff Siegel, White Hot Spotlight, Billy Joel, and the greatest arena run of all time, MSG Network.
We are at Madison Square Garden. I am playing the Mecca here with the man.
And the other Emmy in this category goes to Jack Radutsky, New York Jets.
What do the Jets have to do to make this offseason very successful?
I'm telling you right now, in New York City, you need to make a splash.
For the Jets, it's going to have to be Le'Veon Bell.
Look, they need playmakers. They have to get playmakers around Sam Darnold.
Our next category is Editor News. The nominees are
Michael Del Giudice, Editing Composite, WNBC TV News. Andrew Christman, Andrew Edits, News 12 Westchester. Jim Menino, News 12 Connecticut. Anthony Carlo, Eric Stelzer, Michelle Ross, Justice for Junior, Terror of the Trinitarios, News 12 The Bronx. Michael Allen, News Composite, Spectrum News Albany.
And the Emmy goes to Michael Allen, Editing Composite, Spectrum News Albany.
And when I leave here, you should see my mode of transportation.
No, not the SUV. It's an entirely different animal. Maybe you've passed him on the streets of Cranford.
I'm the crazy Cranford cowboy. What's your name? You guys want to get your picture taken on my motor pony?
Next category is Editor Sports. The nominees are
Nick Tyrell, CeCe Sabathia Tribute, Legacy, New York Yankees. Frank Murphy, Yes Network. Matthew Sitkoff, New York Jets. Michael Collins, Giants Chronicles, Charlie Connerly, MSG Network. Seth Bradley, New York Jets.
And the Emmy goes to Seth Bradley, New York Jets.
This is where hope turns into belief. This is the beginning of a new legacy, where we write our own story. The next generation of New York Jets football starts now. Take flight.
And the last for me, Video Journalist. The nominees are
Darren McQuaid, WPIX-TV. Young Ung Yang, Make Comedians Great Again, Newsday. Rachel Brightman, Quiet Battles, Newsday. Seth Voorhees, Spectrum News Rochester.
And the Emmy goes to Darren McQuaid, WPIX-TV.
What's going on down there? I've got to find out.
He's right there.
I came down to see if I could find it.
The colors are incredible.
Seen all these people taking pictures. Got some excellent pictures.
He looks like a little boat.
We're hoping for a closer look at the Mandarin.
He's really chatty.
They said over here we found the Mandarin duck. And someone said I look like the Mandarin duck.
Congratulations to all the winners. And again, on behalf of us here at News 4, thank you for letting us participate. I'll send it back to Sandy Kenyon in Times Square.
Thank you, David. Now, a series of awards in my favorite categories, because without these ladies and gentlemen, I don't look good and I don't sound great either. So we begin with the Emmy for Audio. And the nominees are
Mac Primo, Invisible Dogs Season 10, Mac Primo Inc. Jeff Siegel, White Hot Spotlight, Billy Joel and the Greatest Arena Run of All Time, MSG Network. Seth Bradley, New York Jets.
WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41, Audio Composite. WXTV, Noticias Univisión 41.
And the Emmy goes to Mac Primo, Invisible Dog, Season 10, Mac Primo Incorporated.
Okay. When I arrived in America to create this art center called the Invisible Dog, I faced issues, linguistic issues. At the beginning, I had to learn that the ground floor is actually the first floor, and the first floor is the second floor. But in this building, there are 3 floors.
This is an Emmy for graphic arts in the news graphics category. The nominees are
Adam Catrone, Graphics Reel, NJTV. 2019 On-Air Promo Toolkit, Yes Network. Animation for Stories That Matter, Spectrum News New York 1. Yes, Brooklyn Nets Package, Yes Network.
And the Emmy goes to Yes, Brooklyn Nets Package, Yes Network. Congratulations. Continuing with the Emmys for graphic arts, this one is for animation. And the nominees are
2019 New York Yankees Team Open, New York Yankees. All Arts IDs, WNET. Islanders Playoff Custom Animations, MSG Network. Digital Disruption Through Visuals, Spectrum News New York 1 Creative Services. Shades of US, Show Opening, CUNY TV. Yes, Specialties Composite, Yes Network.
And the Emmy goes to Shades of US, Show Opening, CUNY TV. The next category is set design, and the nominees are
Bill Diamond, Buzz in the Bronx, Yes Network. Fox 5 Set Design, Provost Studio. News 4 New Set, WIVB TV.
And the Emmy goes to Bill Diamond, Buzz in the Bronx, Yes Network.
So who's been the MVP of the Yankee season so far?
DJ LeMahieu. He's changed the whole complexion of the lineup.
That was a good answer.
Has to be DJ LeMahieu, by far.
Next up, the lighting category, and the nominees are
2019 New York Yankees Blue Light Specials, New York Yankees. Dan Spakowski, New York Jets. George Greco, Buzz in the Bronx, Yes Network.
WXTV Noticias Univisión 41, Composite Lighting, WXTV Noticias Univisión 41 Promotions.
And the Emmy goes to Dan Spakowski, New York Jets.
What I find is that chess is a lot like life. You know, I mean, you can make one move that hurts you in the long run. You know, it seems like the right move right now, but if you haven't thought about your second or third move, you know, it can penalize you.
That's a great way to put it, too.
In due time.
For technical achievement, the nominees are
2019 Women's World Cup Victory Ticker Tape Parade and Ceremony, NYC Life, Bard Entertainment. 9/11 Memorial from Ground Zero, Bard Entertainment.
In this category, we have another tie. The first Emmy Award goes to the 2019 Women's World Cup Victory Ticker Tape Parade and Ceremony, NYC Media. And now the second Emmy Award in this category goes to 9/11 Memorial from Ground Zero, Bard Entertainment. In the category of musical composition for arrangement, the nominees are
Alone in America, an immigrant story, Hollywoodland Productions, Inc. Don't Define Me, Brian Aloisio, Scott Cochler. Heroes of Jazz, Ember Music Productions.
Telemundo 47, Papá Changó, Somos Uno, WNJU Telemundo 47. Telemundo 47, Darkiel, Mes de la Herencia Puertorriqueña, WNJU Telemundo 47.
And the Emmy goes to Telemundo 47 Darkiel, Mes de la Herencia Puertorriqueña, WNJU Telemundo 47.
Nunca se queda atrás, escuchando una de tranquila cura mi libertad. Héctor, tú eres la fama, al igual que Mar, talento puro del barrio como Yankee Don Omar. Puerto Rico es una tierra divina, yo sería boricano aunque naciera en la China. Vamos más para arriba, boricua, no la dejes caer. Gracias Dios mío por puertorriqueño nacer.
Now to my final category of this evening. It's informational, instructional. And the nominees are
Climate Minute, Our Carbon Footprint, WGRZ TV. How Russian Sturgeon Caviar is Farmed and Processed, Eater. Raising the Sushi Bar, Feed Me TV, Newsday. What is the best way to butcher and roast a whole animal, Eater.
And the Emmy goes to Raising the Sushi Bar, Feed Me TV, Newsday.
The fine art of sushi isn't something to be taken lightly. Master chefs can train for many years, even decades. But despite all of this, it's not a cuisine that's meant to be pretentious.
Melt in your mouth.
It's way better than ice cream.
Congratulations to all of you. Now back to my pal, NJ Burkett.
Sandy, my Eyewitness News brother, thank you. Let's take it now into a category so many of you have been waiting for, the sports category. So, in the category of sports news single story, the nominees are
Amber's Impact, News 12 Connecticut. Baseball Saved My Life, WNBC TV News. David Wright's Final Game, SNY. Half-Hearted Jack, News 12 Long Island. Paper Super Bowl III, News 12 Long Island.
And the Emmy goes to, if I can open the envelope, Amber's Impact, News 12 Connecticut.
We are graduating one of our most talented groups of seniors that we've had in many, many years.
But it's the team's youngest member who's the heart of this program.
She is our purpose.
A purpose in this little girl.
All right, in the category Sports News Series, the nominees are
2018-2019 New York Rangers Game Night, MSG Network. Geico Sports Night, SNY. Prospect Watch, New York Yankees. Series Preview, New York Yankees. Yankees Pregame, Postseason, Yes Network.
All right, and the Emmy goes to Series Preview, New York Yankees.
The time has finally arrived. And after months of relentless training, hundreds of swings and throws, the wait is finally over. The Yankees open up their 2019 slate with a 3-game showdown against the Baltimore Orioles in the Bronx.
All right, in the category Sports Feature segment, the nominees are
Beyond Blue and Red, Never Give Up, Pagula Sports and Entertainment, Mato, MSG Network, One Jets Drive, Le'Veon Bell and Curtis Martin, New York Jets, One Jets Drive, The Debut, New York Jets, The Amazing Life, Todd Frazier Baseball Switcheroo, SNY.
All right, and the Emmy goes to Beyond Blue and Red, Never Ever Give Up, Pergola Sports and Entertainment.
We're going to get you on pregame on Sunday, and we're going to give you the whole Buffalo experience. Are you excited?
Yeah.
I'm pumped, I'll tell you that. But we will see you this weekend, all right?
Okay, Packer fans.
All right. Go Bills.
Okay, go Bills.
Go Bills. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Josh.
In the category Sports Daily or Weekly Program, the nominees are
Brooklyn Nets pre- and post-game, Yes Network. Mets pre- and post-game show, SNY. New York Yankees pre- and post-game show, Yes Network.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Underground Wrestling, WNJU Telemundo 47.
The Thread, SNY.
All right, and this Emmy goes to Mets pre- and post-game show, SNY.
And with that, we welcome you. It's City Pregame Live. Gary Apple sitting alongside Todd Zeal and Nelson Figueroa, Jim Duquette along as well. And we are thrilled to have City back with us once again as our title sponsor for yet another season. And what a pitching matchup to get it going today down at Nationals Park.
Okay, in the category Sports Program Series, the nominees are
Beyond Blue and Gold, Composite, Pagula Sports and Entertainment. Beyond Blue and Red, Composite, Pagula Sports and Entertainment. Giants Life, Path to the Draft, New York Football Giants. New Jersey Devils, 82-Game Odyssey, New Jersey Devils. One Jets Drive, New York Jets. The Gino Auriemma Show, SNY.
All right, the Emmy goes to Pergola Sports and Entertainment Beyond Blue and Gold Composite.
You see the teams that have had success in the National Hockey League the last few years, they all have the defensemen jumping up and playing. It's been a scenario that we've talked about in Buffalo, trying to get more scoring from our defensemen.
We're going to get a good player wherever we pick in the draft.
The destination for the first overall selection belongs to...
And now for the rest of the sports categories. Let's go back across the Hudson to Marvin Scott.
Thanks, NJ. Moving right along, let's go into the sports category of sports documentary. The nominees are
62,000 to 1, 3 teams, 1 city, 1 year, SNY. Buffalo Bills Embedded, Pagula Sports and Entertainment. Empress, Newsday. MSG presents The 334 Club, MSG Network. My Jet Life, Josh McCowan, New York Jets. New Jersey Devils, Journey to One, New Jersey Devils.
And the sports documentary, Emmy, that goes to 62,000 to 1, 3 teams, 1 city, 1 year, SNY.
Do you think 3 teams winning in 1 year could ever happen again in New York City?
Patrick, it's very difficult.
Hi, how are you? You didn't say hello.
I'm just worried about the Mets doing it all over again. Anything's possible, isn't it?
You gotta believe.
Welcome to Shea Stadium.
Always important to ask the right question, particularly in the category of interview discussion. Here are the nominees.
Connections, Jim Brewer and John Franco, MSG Network. In the Moment, New York Yankees. Mets Pregame, David Wright Interview, SNY. MSG Shorts, Lie Detector, Larry Johnson, MSG Network. The Feed, Yes Network.
The Emmy goes to The Feed, Yes Network.
The first one. Only a guy like you can pull this off.
All right. This, I had an event at my high school. They had a little Hall of Fame dinner for me. They said I needed to dress nice, so, why not bring it back 10 years and give them a little rose pants on them.
You mentioned the roses. Awesome caption. I think it might be better than the actual photo itself.
Sports, one-time special. Here are the nominees.
Brooklyn Nets Magazine, Nets Free Agent Special, Yes Network. CC Sabathia Tribute, Legacy, New York Yankees. Dear CC, New York Yankees. Jumping for Mikey, Spectrum News. My Jet Life, The Monday Night Miracle, New York Jets. The Guarantee, New York Jets.
And the Emmy goes to My Jet Life, The Monday Night Miracle, New York Jets. Pick away. Jets win.
miracle, miraculous.
Our next category is sport event, game, live, unedited program. The nominees are
1994 Stanley Cup 25th Anniversary Night, MSG Network. David Wright's Final Game, SNY. Dwayne Wade, One Last Dance, Knicks vs. Heat, MSG Network. Friday Night Knicks vs. Warriors, Youth is Served, MSG Network. UConn Women's Basketball Senior Day, SNY.
And this Emmy goes to David Wright's Final Game, SNY.
A salute to the fans. And the captain is heading off for one final time.
In the category of sport event, game, live, unedited series, the nominees are
2018-2019 New York Rangers season, MSG Network. 2019 Mets on SNY, SNY. Brooklyn Nets basketball, Yes Network. New York Knicks, 2018-2019, MSG Network. New York Yankees baseball, Yes Network.
The Emmy goes to 2019 Mets on SNY, SNY.
And he drives one, deep right field. Back goes Eaton, it's over his head, and the Mets win the ball game! Michael Conforto with his first career walk-off hit, and the Mets pull it out in the bottom of the ninth, 7-6.
Congratulations to all of you. Now let's go back to Virginia Huey.
Thank you, Marvin. And now we move on to the category of General Assignment Report. The nominees are
Crane Collapse, WPIX-TV. Jewish protesters take on GOP, WPIX-TV. Slave auction controversy, News 12 Westchester. Tony Aiello, Danger in the Deep, WCBS-TV. We're All One Family, WNBC-TV News.
And the Emmy goes to We're All One Family, WNBC TV News.
As a veteran, I want to see other veterans taken care of, and we all take care of one another, whether it's in battle or afterwards.
This is something that I feel that I can give back to the country. The veterans mean a lot to me. To see all these people here, to honor these veterans that didn't have a family, boy, I tell you,
In the category Breaking News English, the nominees are
Call to the Crane Collapse, WNBC-TV News. Havoc on the Hudson. Several boats break loose in the icy river, WTEN-TV. Hudson River helicopter crash, WNBC-TV News. Manhattan blackout, WABC-TV.
And the Emmy goes to Hudson River helicopter crash, WNBC-TV News.
Here, where that boat is carrying the chopper and now removing it from that boat and then rescuing it and bringing it out to shore. That went down, like you said, just around 1:30. You can't see it too clearly right now, but a tourist from North Carolina saw it go down in the water. Check out this cell phone video Ashton Bird recorded. He's visiting from North Carolina. He saw it go down.
In the category Breaking News Spanish, the nominees are
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, El Chapo Verdict, WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Fort Lee Fire, WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Junior Guzmán Verdict, WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Midtown Helicopter Crash, WNJU Telemundo 47.
And the Emmy goes to Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Midtown Helicopter Crash, WNJU Telemundo 47.
Nosotros podemos confirmarles ahora de un breve recorrido que hemos hecho que las autoridades confirman que hay una persona muerta, se cree también que hay varios heridos. En este momento la situación sigue en emergencia. Para que ustedes tengan una idea, nos tocó caminar por lo menos 7 cuadras para llegar aquí, 7 bloques para llegar aquí hasta la zona de la calle.
In the category Spot News, the nominees are
7 Spot News. Lincoln Tunnel closed. WABC TV. Fort Lee Fire. News 12 New Jersey. Helicopter crash on top of building. WABC TV. Like something out of a movie. WPIX TV.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo NYC Blackout. WNJU Telemundo 47.
And the Emmy goes to Noticiero 47 Telemundo, NYC Blackout, WNJU Telemundo 47.
Interrumpimos nuestra programación porque, como saben, ha ocurrido un apagón en parte de la ciudad de Nueva York desde unos 10 minutos antes, Luis, de las 7 de la noche.
Así es, bueno, es un apagón que está afectando en este momento desde la calle 42 a la 72, desde el Hudson River hasta la Quinta Avenida.
Congratulations, everyone. Now let's send it back to Jessica Moore.
Thanks, Virginia. In the category Continuing Coverage, the nominees are
Blindsided. A year-long probe exposes train safety lapse. News 12 Westchester.
Escándalo de acoso en el NYPD. WXTV Noticias Univisión 41. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. David Ortiz shot in Dominican Republic. WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Deportation Fears. WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Last Dying Wish. WNJU Telemundo 47.
Package bomb terror. WNBC TV News. The Junior Files. WPIX TV.
And the Emmy goes to The Junior Files, WPIX TV.
I'm suffering every day. I wake up every night 2 or 3 times a night. Just looking my son, looking Junior.
Leandra Feliz drives to St. Raymond Cemetery 7 days a week.
I have to come.
Carrying a keychain that reminds her of a smiling 15-year-old.
He with me all the time.
In the category Investigative Report Single Story, the nominees are
Broken Bridge Bolts. WNBC TV News. Children's Center in Crisis. WNBC TV News. Long-term parking fiasco. WABC TV.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo investiga. Dangerous Intersection. WNJU Telemundo 47.
Surveillance Secret. News 12 Westchester.
And the Emmy goes to Surveillance Secret, News 12 Westchester.
Do you feel safe when you travel in the MTA?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I feel pretty safe. Security's always everywhere.
But a Turn to Tower investigation reveals security isn't everywhere. Far from it. We discovered nearly 75% of Westchester's train stations are lacking a very basic safety feature, a security camera.
In the category Investigative Report Series, the nominees are
Cash Flow. Flow Away. WXTV Noticias Univisión 41.
Forgotten Families. WCBS TV. Medicare Fraud. WHEC TV. Overdevelopment. Rocks Rockland. WNBC TV News. Secrets of Heidi Allen Kidnapping. WSTM TV.
And the Emmy goes to Medicare Fraud. WHEC TV.
In August, the box of braces showed up at Neil Sweetman's house.
I believe this is a knee brace,
His daughter, Kathy, who is his advocate, took pictures of everything, including the bills, which show Medicare was charged thousands of dollars.
In the category of weather, the nominees are
Extreme Weather Reporting. WPIX TV. November Storm Cripples Commute. WPIX TV. Weather Extreme Special 2018-2019. WNYW Fox 5. Weather Squad visits Rye Playland, News 12 Digital.
And the Emmy goes to Weather Extremes Special 2018-2019, WNYW Fox 5.
Weather. Unpredictable and unexpected. From blizzards to hurricanes. It's been a year of extremes, but what about the winter ahead?
In the category Team Coverage, the nominees are
CBS 6, Schoharie Limo Crash, WRGB CBS 6. CBS 2 News at 11 p.m. Snowstorm Paralyzes Tri-State, WCBS TV. Lake Ontario Rising, WHAM TV.
Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Nor'easter Team Coverage, WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Snowstorm Paralyzes the Tri-State, WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Tornado Touches Down, WNJU Telemundo 47.
And the Emmy goes to Noticiero 47 Telemundo, Snowstorm Paralyzes the Tri-State, WNJU Telemundo 47.
La nieve y el hielo paralizan a Nueva York y a Nueva Jersey. Carreteras y puentes se convirtieron en un caos justo a la hora del regreso a casa. La tormenta invernal obligó a cerrar la estación de Port Authority en la calle 42 y causó una locura en el servicio de trenes de Penn Station. Así comenzamos.
A big congratulations to everyone. Now let's send things over to Marvin Scott.
Thank you, Jessica. Now I've got the categories most of you are probably waiting for. This is for Morning Newscast, Larger Markets, 1 to 19, English. The nominees are
Mornings on 1, live from Queens, Spectrum News, New York 1 News. Pix 11 Morning News, Arctic Invasion, WPIX TV. Snowstorm Gridlock, WABC TV. The Elaborate Baby Hoax, WCBS TV.
And the winner? Snowstorm Gridlock, WABC TV.
Drivers trapped in cars overnight in parts of the tri-state. Roads shut down, commuters stuck in traffic for hours.
Fallout from the snowstorm. Where was the salt? Where were the plows? The Port Authority terminal overloaded. The mayor responding this morning.
The category Morning Newscast, Larger Markets, 1 to 49, Spanish. The nominees are
Al despertar, WXTV Noticias Univisión 41. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Primera edición Crisis en Puerto Rico. WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Primera edición Snowstorm Coverage. WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Texas Massacre and Multiple Shooting. WNJU Telemundo 47.
And the Emmy goes to Al Despertar, WXTV Univision 41.
Alerta de tormenta invernal, hasta 10 pulgadas de nieve se espera en algunas áreas. Se espera una mañana complicada en las carreteras. Tenemos cobertura.
Escuelas cerradas. Alcalde Bill de Blasio ordena el cierre de las instituciones públicas debido a la tormenta, mientras otros distritos retrasan el horario. Tenemos cobertura en equipo.
In the category of Morning Newscast, Medium Markets, 50 to 100, the nominees are
Blizzard Busting, Buffalo Style, WKBW. News 4 Wake Up, Elmwood Avenue Fire, WIVB TV. Spectrum News Buffalo, August 21st, 2019, 6 a.m. newscast. Spectrum News Buffalo.
This Emmy goes to News 4 Wake Up, Elmwood Avenue Fire, WIVB TV.
Fire. 2 people of those 3 were intubated because of smoke inhalation. And you can see just how intense that fire was earlier this morning. It broke out about 2:30 here on Elmwood Avenue. It's in a building that has businesses on the first floor and apartments on the second floor.
Okay, folks, we're in the home stretch, believe it or not. In this category, daytime newscast, larger markets, 1 to 49. Here are the nominees.
Edición Digital Nueva York, WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41.
Horrific baby discovery turns bizarre, WCBS TV. News 4 New York at 11 a.m. Deadly Harlem Fire, WNBC TV News. Sanitation truck crash, WABC TV. West Point tragedy, WCBS TV.
And this Emmy goes to Sanitation truck crash, WABC TV.
Take a look. You can see the marks it left on the street as it then launched off an overpass onto Route 495 below. 17 people were injured.
Yeah, one of them in critical condition. Now, the Port Authority is closed. The outbound Lincoln Tunnel is closed. And the afternoon commute on this Independence Day Eve right now is at a halt.
And that'll do it for me. It's been a privilege for me to be a part of this tonight. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the entire awards committee who have worked so tirelessly to make tonight happen. Thank you all. Now let's go back to NJ.
Thanks, Marvin. And now we're going to move into the final categories of the night. Evening newscast, larger markets, 1 to 49 in English. And the nominees are
CBS 2 News at 11 p.m. Hudson River helicopter crash, WCBS TV. Deadly helicopter crash, WPIX TV. Helicopter in the Hudson, 10 p.m. newscast, News 12 New Jersey. Massive fire, Markel Paper Mills plant, WABC TV. Snowstorm catches New York City off guard, WLNY TV, 10:55.
And the Emmy goes to Massive fire, Markel Paper Mills plant, WABC TV. Congratulations to Eyewitness News.
The flames towered from the old paper mill, a molten, infernal hellscape that was once a proud local business, tonight devoured by a firestorm.
The main ingredient there is the wind, and that just feeds a flame and feeds a fire and causes it to spread rapidly.
And in the category Evening Newscast, larger markets, 1 to 49 in Spanish, the nominees are
A las 6, Helicopter Crash Midtown, WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41. A las 6, Protest Puerto Rico Crisis, WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41. A las 6, Verdict in the Case of Junior, WXTV, Noticias, Univisión 41. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Complete coverage 11 p.m. WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Four Leaf Fire 11 p.m. WNJU Telemundo 47.
And this Emmy goes to A las 6. Helicopter crash, Midtown, WXTV, Univision 41. Congratulations, qué bueno.
Estas son algunas partes del helicóptero en la terraza del edificio luego que se estrellara a eso de las 2 de la tarde, provocando una emergencia sobre la avenida Séptima y las calles 51 y 52. Las autoridades aún están por determinar si intentó realizar un aterrizaje de emergencia, provocando un incendio en la terraza.
So in the category Evening Newscast Medium Markets, 50 to 100, the nominees are
Blizzard busting Buffalo style, WKBW. CBS 6 News at 6 p.m., October 25th, 2018. WRGB CBS 6. WHEC TV Best Newscast, WHEC TV.
And the Emmy goes to Blizzard busting Buffalo style, WKBW television. Congratulations.
This is still an active event.
We had dozens of accidents. Literally as fast as we are melting the ice, it is refreezing.
We are also watching area creeks. They are starting to rise.
Nothing should surprise us at this point.
And a category weekend newscast in English, the nominees are
Blackout in Brooklyn, Hot and in the Dark in Canarsie, WPIX-TV. Manhattan Blackout, WABC-TV. New York City Blackout, WCBS-TV.
Okay, weekend evening newscast. Here we are. The Emmy goes to Manhattan Blackout, WABC-TV.
Blackout in Manhattan. Miles of the West Side plunged into darkness after a massive power outage. The lights of Times Square out. Strap hangers trapped underground. New Yorkers forced to see their way by candlelight.
And I have one final envelope. In the category Newscast Weekend in Spanish, the nominees are
Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Weekend Newscast NYC Blackout. WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Weekend Newscast Snowstorm and Trump. WNJU Telemundo 47. Noticiero 47 Telemundo. Weekend Newscast Snowstorm Coverage, 11 p.m. WNJU Telemundo 47.
And the Emmy goes to Noticiero 47 Telemundo Weekend Newscast Snowstorm Coverage, 11 p.m. WNJU Telemundo 47. Congratulations.
Las autoridades le están pidiendo por favor a los residentes, oiga, permanezca en su casa para así evitar tragedia. Y claro está, nosotros tenemos una amplia cobertura en equipo y comenzamos con nuestro meteorólogo Pedro Montoro, de la Autoridad en el Tiempo, con lo más reciente. Pedro.
Congratulations to all our nominees and honorees tonight. To our presenters, board members Marvin Scott and Virginia Huey, and to Jessica Moore, Sandy Kenyon, and David Ushery, thank you. To all of you who entered the New York Emmys this year, and to those of you who joined our Academy as members, we truly appreciate you. Some of the best broadcast journalism of our generation is being done right now. In the fall, we will look to add new categories to recognize your coverage of COVID-19. Finally, to the hospital workers, the first responders, essential workers who have healed and sustained so many of us, thank you for your dedication. It's been said that it's always darkest before the dawn. Believe in that and hold on to it. Thank you and good night.